On today's episode, I am super excited. The world is too. We got EA Sports College Football 26 gameplay deep dive that we're going to get all into, including new features, over 2,000 plays, and so much more on this episode of World of College Football. It's nice to see you and it's nice to have you in the building. Good morning. First off, I want to say shout out to our host, CFB Nation. Shout out to sponsors Bet US. And also shout out to the college football community. Let's do roll call. Go Canes, roll wave, roll tide roll, boomer sooner. Go Gators if you're a Gators fan. Sting them if you're a Jackets fan. Look, bro, it's a holiday. It's a holiday. I feel like anytime EA Sports College Football 2016 drops anything, it's a holiday for me. And I've been listening to Enter Sandman all morning just to get ready for this occasion. I probably listened to that song like 25 times. And I keep rewinding it probably at like the 1 minute 30-second mark just so I can go back again. Yeah, bro. I'm super excited for us to be getting into this experience today. Now, in about 8 minutes, we got the gameplay deep dive trailer that's gonna drop for the whole world to see. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna call a spade and an elephant an elephant. It took them way too long for them to get to this point. There's no reason why I should be fiending for them to be dropping the gameplay. Madden 26 dropped their gameplay deep dive trailer where Kirk been Kirk, and we were sitting there like, okay, it looked like Madden might be good finally. And then we sitting here. The real question that I had was, when is college football gonna drop? I'm being honest with you, straight out the gate. When I'm looking at this gameplay deep dive, I don't know what we're about to get right now in 6 minutes. I really don't. Go Tigers. GBR, go Big Red. Shout out to y'all. Horns down. Horns down. People talking to them. I'm sorry, Texas fans. But I don't really know what to expect this year with this gameplay deep dive. Like, for the EA Sports team, they've been very secretive. Keeping things close to chest. I've been looking at everything that Scott Gallagher's been tweeting because I'm like trying to get any type of insights that I can. I'm refreshing pages. I'm currently refreshing my pages right now to try to see what they can get with this deep dive. And when they drop the campus huddle, we're currently looking at 5 minutes out before the gameplay drops. Campus huddle still hasn't dropped yet, but I'm excited. Last year's game, I know it got met with a lot of criticism for some people, but I loved it. I still played it all the way through. Just played it yesterday. Like, the game is still the game. I'm excited for new features coming up in this game, and hopefully we get a lot more insight on it. Like crossplay for Dynasty is something that I'm super excited for. Being able to play with my boys and get into Dynasty leagues and, playing online with each other on crossplay. That's going to be a match made in heaven. I'm excited about what do we get for this gameplay? Like, what type of traits do we get that's upgraded? How does the game look? How is it more fluid? What things did they change? What are some things that they added? Hopefully we get Reese Davis breaking it all down to us, because I like Reese Davis. I appreciate his work, and I love the fact that he took the charge and he answered the call. He answered the call saying, man, like, yeah, I wasn't happy with my performance, so I'm about to go back into the lab and get it popping again. And he put blood, sweat, and tears into it. So I'm hoping that it's Reese Davis. A curveball would be if they threw something like Lee Corso in there or something, trying to break us down. That would be magical and an ode to the past for real. But I'm excited. We still haven't got a campus huddle yet, but we got 4 minutes until the gameplay drops. Drop your favorite team. Let me know who you playing with in Dynasty Mode, because I know I'm going to be rocking with Georgia State 100%. 100% Georgia State. How many more minutes do we got till it drops? Let's see. 4 minutes and counting. Some of the major questions that we're gonna get answered. What does the drip look like? Because I know some people are like, man, if the game doesn't have one leg sleeves, throw the game away. I'm like, yo, you're wild. But look, what type of drip do we get? The player models, like I didn't want to look at anything in the beta version of this game because I didn't want to get sucked into all of the hype. A lot of people leaked the the beta versions of it, and EA couldn't have loved that because it specifically said like no leaking, and somehow the college football community always figures out a way to get their hands on things that we need. Overall, it helped boost the variation of what we're getting online. I've been getting a lot more people telling me, more positive about their experience playing beta than they did negative. Like, so based on me not getting an invite to play it, I can only go off of what they said and what I've been seeing online. And I've been having like thumbs up. I've been like, all right, that's cool. But I can't get sucked into it. In 2 minutes, we get the premiere. People are going crazy in the chat right now. We got 4,000 plus people waiting, and I expect it to be more as we get closer to the time. I'm super happy for this day. I was listening to Inner Sandman all morning, bro. Virginia Tech, I love you so much. I can't wait to see you on the CFB Nation tour. First team I'm playing with in Dynasty Mode is definitely Georgia State. Yes. Center Park Stadium, we getting popping, baby. We got 1 minute remaining. Hopefully they don't do a countdown because we already been waiting too long. When I saw the fact that they dropped it and they were going to be dropping it today, I was like, bro, why do we have to wait another 48 plus hours, 30 plus hours for us to get the gameplay again? I'm happy for it. I think last year I was over the mountaintop, like over the mountaintop with excitement, full of joy, full of jubilance, full of just ultimate black boy joy, just because I get a chance to play this game. And I played. But this year, it's like they got me on a hook right now. Like this last year I said, take my money, EA. Take my money. Now I'm kind of holding my money close to chest because it's like you tried to hold the gameplay trailer close to chest. We had to wait all of this time for a deep dive. Premieres in 60 seconds. We had to wait all of this time for a deep dive. I'm keeping everything close to chest. You're gonna have to show me. Shout out to UTEP Miners fans, Nebraska fans, Michigan fans, WVU Mountaineers, FSU Seminoles, GBO, Illinois Fighting Illini, Skull Buffs, Ole Miss, Roll Tide Roll. I want to know what players we get in this model. All right, bet. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. Shout out to y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Will. Appreciate you watching. Lacey Harris is a Nebraska fan. I think y'all gonna have an amazing year this year. Matt Rule is cooking up something nice right now in Nebraska right now. Lacey, appreciate you watching. Lever Weeds, top of the morning to you. We up early trying to get it. Hopefully, y'all enjoying your morning so far. Continue to let me know how you feel as this gameplay drops for the trailer. They haven't released anything yet, but as soon as they do, I'm going full screen, bro. Oh, yeah. People are going crazy in this chat. We are at 5,000. Oh, it just jumped to 7,000. Oh, let's get. Oh, wait, another 5 minutes. Oh, bro, we gotta wait another 5 minutes. Why do they keep doing this to us, bro? Yo, what's up, Will? Why do they keep doing this to us, bro? Am I tweaking? All right, let me calm down. Let me sip my lemonade. It's just unfair at this point. It's unfair. They're gonna show shooting pool. You don't see shooting pool. I'm trying to see Dante Moore. I'm trying to see Lenore Sellers. I'm trying to see Cade Klubnik, bro. Showing me tennis. Table tennis. All right, I'm gonna be patient. Bro. I'm not about to watch this though. I'm not. We'll come back to that. I'll let you know when they get popping. I don't even want to see people's comments right now. All right, so let me know what type of features that y'all are the most excited about. I know I mentioned earlier in the show that I was excited about crossplay with Dynasty, like being able to link up with Weeze and KT and Maul and Mikey and Jalen, like being able to link up with all my dogs and be able to play against each other no matter what system that we have. That's gonna be so fire. Road to Glory. I'm excited for Road to Glory because we get back to our roots, going back to high school. I've been hearing a lot of different people talking about, well, is it just going to be you get a chance to pick moments from the game in the high school game that you get a chance to play? Like, that was one thing that I saw. I was like, hope not. I hope it's an ode to NCAA football 14 and we get a chance to see old school vintage high school mode, where you can play. You could choose between 8, 9, 10, 11 games if you want to. Like, I would love to see them do that for high school Road to Glory, not moments where you get to choose between 5 moments in the season, and based on how you do in those moments determines what schools are therefore interested in you. I don't really too much care for that model. We got T-minus 2 minutes and 32 seconds before they drop, and they over here showing us basketball right now. So yeah, that's something that I was looking forward to. What do we get with High School Road to Glory? I know that they're not going to show that too much today, and we're just getting gameplay, but I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be a jam-packed next, 2.5, 3 weeks before the game drops. So I think their model and their strategy may be just dropping on our head tops as much as possible. Dropping on our head tops, and the day starts the madness. It's great that we got it on a Friday because this is what we're going to be talking about all weekend long. And we got 1 minute and 45 seconds before we drop. Yeah, let's go back to the screen now. Okay, we can go back. Perfect. Time is ticking, baby. They are doing moments. They said they are. All right, bet. Say less. If they're doing moments, we'll adjust. It's only the second variation of the game, so I can only get so critical at this point. But I could say that EA Sports College Football 26 will be better than Madden. I can already say that. It was better last year, and people didn't want to give it the credit for real. It outsold Madden last year, and Madden is finally catching up in the speed of the game based on what we saw in the gameplay deep dive. Seems to be faster. So who are they getting all their sauce from? They're getting their sauce from the guys that we wait in a minute for them to drop right now. I'm super excited though. I'm done talking. Shout out to the Gators fans. We talked to you in the chat. They're going crazy right now. Let's see. GBR. I gotta make sure it's in 1440, baby. No, 2164K. Oh yes, sir. Needed it in 4K. 35 seconds and counting. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Madden though. I feel like the hype for Madden is, I don't want to say back at all, but I've been seeing more people talk about it recently after, we saw Saquon on the cover doing the shoot. The hype for what they've been saying for at least this variation of Madden seems to be better. Here we go, baby. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Let's go.
Football 26 gameplay deep dive. We'll share details about a massive playbook expansion, all new player types and abilities, improvements to wear and tear, new control mechanics, stadium pulse, physics-based tackling, and a lot more.
All right.
Let's get into it. With real coaches comes a massive playbook expansion. For the first time ever, over 300 real college football coaches bring their unique styles and authentic play calling to the game,
look at the play
delivering
menu.
distinct program identities and more play calling variety. Over 2,800 new plays and over 45 new formations have been installed.
Oh, the
new
scoreboard
option types, motion types, bizarre plays and formations from last season are at your fingertips. And they're all tuned so you can craft a strategy that feels like your favorite program. 10 brand new player archetypes and rebalanced abilities, now 84 total, are designed to showcase the wide variety of skill sets we see in college football every Saturday. Improvements to how abilities scale are based on performance. When a player gets hot, their physicals receive a substantial boost. And platinum tier abilities will automatically upgrade to the new, more powerful Heisman tier. The Heisman tier captures those unexplainable moments when a player single-handedly takes over a game. New field vision introduces more realistic challenges for quarterbacks. Shorter quarterbacks will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen. And receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view. To ensure balance around how different abilities affected wear and tear during hits and tackles, every ability in the game was reviewed and adjusted. New customizable auto-sub options let you tailor personnel decisions to strategically handle wear and tear for every position. Take complete control with adjustable impact settings and battle real-world conditions with new weather modifiers that impact wear and tear. And you'll get instant feedback with new pre-snap visual cues that can affect a player's demeanor, indicating their condition right on the field. Updates to physics-based tackling make better tackles actually feel better. New tackle types like wrap catch tackles and lunges and new timing-based skill mechanics offer more tools to disrupt and dictate the game. With new authentic audio for big hits that adds realism and variety to defense. New dynamic subs allow real-time roster management without breaking from the action, enhancing the flow and strategy of every game. Make informed personnel decisions and get your starters back out there with one button press. A rebuild of offensive and defensive line interactions redefines trench battles. Control the direction of your blocks with new block steering, which factors in player attributes like strength and momentum for more realistic line of scrimmage play. And the addition of stunts and twists delivers more depth and control in pass rush. 12 different types of stunts offer a range of strategic options before the snap, providing a new layer to the chess match at the line of scrimmage. We're introducing adjustable defensive zones for more precise control over pass coverage. Adjust the depth of where your safeties line up in coaching adjustments. Fine-tune your defensive strategies in real time and outsmart opponents. When you're on the home field advantage side of Stadium Pulse, it's a beautiful thing. But for visitors, Stadium Pulse in College Football 26 is louder, tougher, and more personal, elevating the chaos of night games at already tough-to-play places. More intense camera shake, new visual disruptions, and distorted clocks will throw off your timing and communication with dynamic intensity depending on the game situation or career moment. Pre-order the MVP bundle. Includes both EA Sports College Football 26 and Madden NFL 26.
Yo, bro, I am genuinely impressed. Genuinely impressed. How do I rewind it back?
Welcome to the EA Sports College Football
Audio good?
gameplay deep
I
dive.
wanted to show it to y'all
We'll share
without me
details
interfering,
about
so y'all
a
can actually
massive
hear it,
playbook
see it for
expansion,
yourselves
all new
before we
player
talk
types
about
and
it and
abilities,
everything.
improvements
We didn't
to
get no
wear and tear,
accessories.
new
Who's your
control
CFB?
mechanics,
at least based on what I saw.
Physics-based tackling, and a lot more.
But hopefully, with more deep dives, we see more of the accessories, the drip, all of those.
Time ever. Over 300
all right, so we saw 300 plus real coaches. I love the play scoring. Like, I love identities and more. Let's go back. Hold on. 1 second. I'm not trying to be that guy.
Football coaches bring their unique styles and authentic.
But look at that. Just look how it looks compared to what we got last year. That's amazing. You know, just how the sleekness of it, you know, the lettering of the play art menus, the scoreboard is crazy. We see Texas State Bobcats. We also see Troy Trojans getting some love. That's crazy work. You love it.
Play calling to the game, delivering
Tulsa Rice getting some love
and more play calling variety. Over 2,800 new plays.
That pitch was crazy.
And over 45 new formations have been installed. New option types, motion types, bizarre plays and formations from last.
This was a snippet that we saw online
and they're all tuned
yesterday.
So you can craft a strategy that feels like your favorite program.
Overall,
10 brand new player archetypes.
I'm really soaking this in right now, but I feel like I'm blown away. I'm about to go try to see if they drop the new campus huddle so we can get more in depth with it.
Every Saturday, improvements to how abilities scale are based on performance. When a player gets hot, their physicals receive a
no new campus huddle yet.
And platinum tier abilities.
Oh, we did.
Upgrade to the new, more
all right, let's go.
Heisman tier. The Heisman tier captures those unexplainable moments when a player single-handedly takes over a game.
All right, so let's break it down even more. I'm about to go to another screen so y'all can see more of it. The fly subs would be an issue. If you could sub players without waiting for a dead ball, that would be a major issue. We can see more. Thank you for watching, Cuban. Thank you for watching, Cuban. We about to get more into the deep dive.
Tailor personnel decisions to strategically handle
the wear and tear breakdown that they had was actually pretty cool. It was really cool.
Impact settings and battle real world conditions.
All right, so hey there, college football fans. Welcome back to the Campus Huddle, your source for all news and updates straight from the developers at EA Sports College Football 26. We know some of you got hands on the look at the early version, the beta, and we have so much more to share with you. We're excited to bring you the first deep dive of the season, so the gameplay is here. All right, perfect. Herb Street, baby. What's up, college football fans? Good to see you again. I'm Scott Gallagher. Let's go, Scott. Thank you, bro.
New dynamic subs.
All right, so let's see the love letter that he wrote us. Design director for college football 26. Last year, college football 25 brought the game back, and your response was nothing short of incredible. We watched your streams, saw the viral moments, and read through the threads and feedback across every corner of the internet. But that was last year. And in this game, no W from the pass carries over. The moment the final whistle blew, we got right back into the film room. We broke down what worked, listened to what didn't, and locked in on what we needed to improve. All right, see y'all in the lab. That's what we need to see. Link the campus huddle. All right, I got you. Link the campus huddle.
The snap, providing a new layer to the chess match at the line of scrimmage. We're introducing adjustable defensive zones for more precise control over pass coverage. Adjust the depth of where you're.
So here's the pregame that we get. This year, our gameplay model is what we call the 4-minute offense. Why? Because after putting points on the board last year, we wanted to come right back out, take control, and march down the field again, and put the game away. That means staying true to the foundational vision, continuing to solve football problems with football solutions, and executing on what matters the most. Similar to last year, our gameplay is built around 3 core pillars that keep the drive alive. All 22 plus, continued emphasis on player control, player differentiation, with the plus speaking about everything that surrounds these four lines. So they got an all 22 model now. You can play your way for more customization and tools for players to make them feel like your favorite signal callers while building on team differentiation and offering 136 plus ways to play because each team has a different drip, each team has a different type of energy and bravado. Um, I love that we're getting Scott talking to us right now. Like it's him. I don't want to hear from anybody else really besides him. He's talked about the stories of Saturday. We're adding more soul and more personality between the whistles, and hopefully, college football fans is gonna love it. You can make a lot of different things happen in this game to make every moment feel like a memory in the making. Dynamic subs. This is what you were talking about. You say you kind of feel let down. Nick, tell me why you feel let down. I would love to know more because I'm not gonna say that it's a letdown for me because I feel like this is a better deep dive than what Madden gave us. Madden and Kurt Benkert, they didn't. You look at this gameplay versus that one, and I don't want to be a comparison right now because it's the thief of joy. But this one is better. Like I feel like they gave us way more. I wish it was longer though. Let's talk about dynamic subs. It's still loading for some reason. Let's just skip for it. Shoot, if that don't work, we already know what to do. This was the other one. For as long as football games have existed, making substitutions meant pausing the game, diving into menus, breaking the flow of the action. And with the addition of the wear and tear and confidence and composure, you told us you wanted more options when it came to moving players in and out. We did, and they listened. Introducing dynamic subs, a new feature that can bring real-time roster management directly onto the field. Now strategic substitutions can happen seamlessly without leaving the action. I like that. It looks cool on the menu. If I had to share it, let me see if I can share it.
It's electric. It shocks our nerves.
I'll have to save the picture and import it into the stream. But how it looks, you can like be on the field and sub out your quarterback, really any position, it seems. Wide receivers, third down running backs. I don't see offensive linemen, but based on what they say in sub control, it says it couldn't be easier during pre-play. Simply press up on the D-pad to instantly access who is on the field, then cycle players in and out by tapping left or right on the D-pad. Just like traditional depth chart subs, once you make the change, it sticks, ensuring that your lineup decisions remain strategic, deliberate, and impactful. All right. I rock with it. Whether you're matching personnel against specific formations or responding to player fatigue, this feature keeps you locked into the rhythm and flow of the game. Has to be a dead ball or else this would be cheesy. I feel like you're right. You're right on that. Because they're gonna always figure out a way to get some type of cheese, no matter what we get. You know, they kept on going in the article saying smarter subbing with tailored filters. We got streamlining substitutions is going to be better. So if we're getting a deep dive for gameplay, this is what I want to see. So I don't really have no complaints right now. Like for defense, you can manage your entire defensive unit at once or quickly jump to specific groups like linebackers or defensive line or your safeties. On offense, you can cycle between your full offense, skilled players, or offensive line. So I just answered my own question, ensuring that you make exactly the right sub at the exact right time. You can reset to your entire starters. Okay, so this is great. You can reset your entire starters. You can hit square on PlayStation or X on Xbox, and your starters are instantly back in. That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool, Scott. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. when I look at the overall landscape of where we are, the first element of sub control, dynamic subs, get them in and get no more pausing, just playing. There's gonna be some cheese with that. I can already see. And based on what y'all been telling me in the chat, I think y'all can see it in a similar way too. DBs still don't read the progressions. Y'all don't know what football's supposed to look like when you're just fans and never played ball in college. Introducing new real-time health insights for the game. Subbing isn't just about fresh legs. It's about knowing exactly who's ready to go and who needs a break. Within the on-the-fly subs interface, you'll now see your wear and tear indicators, visual PIP indicators that show the most impacted body parts. Okay, so this is just like a boost in the wear and tear system, basically. You'll see which body part is banged up and how bad. You can see the overall ratings and instantly access each player's current effectiveness, helping you make the smartest personnel decisions on the fly. So I can't be mad at this, bro. Like, I can't be mad. I feel like at this point I'm trying to find gripes with it. But if they're gonna boost the things that actually I had an issue with in the last variation of this game, then I can't be mad. Like, they're telling you now that we're gonna boost wear and tear even more. They're boosting it even more from overall ratings, effectiveness on the fly. You basically are going to be able to see your entire team and where they are in the wear and tear system, while also being able to sub them in and out. Like, that part right there, if you just take out all the fluff, that concept is cool because it impacts it, especially when you're running no huddle systems and everything on defense and offense. They added more wear and tear. So let's keep going, Scott. What you got to talk to me about with wear and tear? More depth, more control. We're thrilled by your response to the wear and tear system last year, introducing a completely new physics-based damage mechanic. It's always a bit nerve-wracking, but your enthusiasm showed me we hit the mark. Wear and tear was never meant to be just another injury system. It was designed to be a gameplay-based mechanic that we have, and bringing the real strategic depth and meaningful roster decisions. The foundation was set. Now we continue to build on it. All right, let's get to the comments. Why would they keep the gas players in? We got to keep the gas players out. We got to take them out. But they keep talking about subbing more ways. In the wear and tear system that we have, we saw different coaching philosophies and how you played. Some of you keep your stars on the field no matter what. Pain be damned. Others rotate constantly, prioritizing freshness and long-term durability. Both approaches are valid, and now the system fully supports how you want to be the coach. I'm more so on the side of subbing my players in and out. If I play in a dynasty, I normally have my clock at 10 minutes, accelerated clock, so I can get the full feel of it, at least for my dynasties. I play on Heisman, let the wear and tear go, but I'm subbing in my starters, putting in my second string, even my third string. Offensive lineman is probably the only position that I don't really touch because most of the times I don't really have to. If I do have to go to second string, it's probably my defensive line. So we're getting them on the field. So that's how I like to play. Some other people might not like to play like that. They like to play, keep their whole team in. But I think it's just giving us more options. And they said in a deep dive, to accommodate these diverse styles, we introduced fully customizable wear and tear auto sub settings and sliders, bringing unprecedented depth to player management. So you got the default. You can keep them fresh. You can do the default. You can keep them fresh and more. So when I see this, now I see why people say it's a letdown. I can see why people say it's a letdown. I'm about to pull up the deep dive and try to share the screen with y'all. on the fly. Give me 1 second. New deep dive gameplay campus huddle. I am happy that Scott is talking to us straight up. This thing is long, bro. How many pages do we get? We get so many pages. Yeah, we still on wear and tear right now, my boy. Call timeout or wait for a dead ball. Yeah, that's how you can supplement them out. And even if they do, turbo their players will be tired too. Valid point. Drop y'all teams that y'all gonna be playing with. Let me know y'all feelings and thoughts so far on what the deep dive dynasty is and what we've been getting into it. I am trying to soak in everything right now, just on the fly. All of this is live, real time. Based on what we're hearing so far, just based on dynamic subs, I like it. I don't really have a complaint about it. They boosted wear and tear everywhere. They said it in the article. More depth, more control. You can sub people in and out your way, however you want to play. Colors Football 26. You can do the default settings, the standard CPU substitution logic. You can keep them fresh, and this is inspired by real-world rotation strategies like Michigan's frequent running back substitutions. You can grind it out for teams and players that want to keep their best guys on the field as long as possible. Players push through being banged up and only sub out when absolutely necessary. So if that's your style, then that's how you're going to do it. But I guess it's giving us more variation of users and more playing styles that we can see. They also said in the article deep dive that each position can now have tailored substitution strategies based on wear and tear, accessible directly from the main or coaching adjustment menu. You now have full control over when a player subs in and out, ensuring every decision is aligned with what your game plan is. Now let's get into some talk about pain. Pain breaks U of H. Shout out to U of H. Anticipating big things this year. This year, we introduced complete customization of wear and tear experience for all of us. Let's try to see if we can go back to the deep dive on YouTube. We're working on the fly, boys. Let's see. It's EA Sports College Football 26. They got another one coming? What's today's date? Today is Friday, June the 20th. They got another deep dive that's coming on June the 24th at 10:55 a.m. for official Dynasty deep dive. So don't worry, fellas, and don't worry. We got plenty of heat that's coming up very soon. Let's get it. I got to go back to this this trailer and this gameplay deep dive trailer. 1 second. Takeem, I'm interested to know more about your thoughts for that. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Madden a lot, way more than normal.
Mechanics, stadium pulse, physics-based tackling, and a lot more. Let's get into it.
All right, hopefully it's not too loud.
With real coaches comes a massive playbook expansion. For the first time ever.
So every aspect is now in your hands. They have new things included into the game. You can do normal tackle impact. This is talking about hit sticks, sacks, that all of it affects the wear and tear experience. So they got normal tackle impact, catch tackle impact, hit stick impact. I guess the cut stick is when you go down low impact. You got defender tackle advantage impact, sack impact, block impact, impact block impact. So basically every impact on the field is now measured in the game. They got per play recovery, per timeout recovery, so you get boost. So that answers the question. You can recover between plays. You can recover also between quarters, between halftime. And in-game healing reserve pool is now included in the game. I need to know more about that. In-game healing reserve pool. Need to know more about that.
New field
Up
vision
next,
introduces more
weather the
realistic
storm,
challenges for
win the
quarterbacks.
game.
Shorter quarterbacks
Through
will now
conversations
have
with
more
real-world
limited
coaches
vision
and
when
players,
surrounded
one
by
recurring
taller
theme
linemen,
emerged clearly
and
from
receiver
Scott.
icons will fade as
Weather
they come in and out of view.
significantly impacts player wear and tear. So,
To
reflecting
ensure
this
balance around
real-world
how different
insight,
abilities
we've
affected wear and
integrated
tear during
weather-based
hits and
modifiers
tackles,
into the
every
wear and tear
ability in
system.
the game was reviewed and
You can
adjusted.
now see the damage. If your
New
player's quarterback
customizable
health
auto-sub
dips below
options let you
60%,
tailor
you'll
personnel
clearly
decisions to
see it reflected
strategically
in his
handle wear
pre-snap
and tear
demeanor.
for every
Depending
position.
on whether
Take
he's dealing
complete
with
control
upper
with
or lower body
adjustable impact
damage, he might
settings
roll his
and battle
shoulder,
real-world
shake out his
conditions
arm,
with new
or
weather
gingerly kick out
modifiers
his
that
sore
impact
leg as
wear
he
and
approaches
tear.
the line of
And you'll
scrimmage.
get instant
That's cool.
feedback with new pre-snap
This
visual
subtle but
cues
impactful
that can
touch
affect your
provides
player's
the
demeanor,
immediate visual cue
indicating their
to the
condition
quarterback's
right on the
condition,
field.
making wear and tear feel a bit more
Updates to
alive and connected
physics-based
to your
tackling
in-game
make
decisions
better
play
tackles
never than
actually
before,
feel
more than
better.
before.
New
What do y'all
tackle
think, though?
types like wrap catch tackles and
What do y'all
lunges
think based on
and
what
new
we're hearing right now?
timing-based skill mechanics
I think
offer
this
more
is
tools to
boosting what we
disrupt
got in
and dictate the
2025.
game. With new authentic
More than a
audio,
rating.
big
Last
hits, it
year,
adds
your toughness
realism
rating determined
and
how much
variety to
damage a player
defense.
took to a specific body part after contact.
New dynamic
This year,
subs
we
allow
taking that step.
real-time
We're
roster
taking that
management
step
without
further.
breaking from the
Now,
action,
toughness
enhancing
also
the
affects
flow
recovery.
and strategy of every game to
So
make informed
this
personnel
determines how
decisions
quickly each
and get
body
your
part
starters
for your
back
player
out there with
heals
one
over
button
time.
press.
That
A
means the
rebuild
same
of
rating
offensive and
that helps a
defensive
player
line
absorb hits
interactions
also
redefines
plays a
trench
direct
battles.
role in how
Control
fast
the
they bounce
direction of
back.
your blocks with
It's
new
a
block
deeper,
steering,
more
which
realistic
factors in
reflection
player
of what toughness
attributes like
truly
strength
means
and
in college
momentum
football.
for more realistic line of scrimmage
Now
play.
we get into
And
some
the
spicy
addition of
stuff.
stunts and twists
I
delivers
gotta
more
let y'all
depth
see
and
this
control and pass
because this is
rush.
cold.
12 different types of stunts offer
Madden
a
has more
range of
changes, more
strategic
animations, and
options
looks better.
before the
Plus,
snap,
they sped the
providing a
gameplay
new
up.
layer to the chess
They
match
did
at the
speed the
line of
gameplay up. It
scrimmage.
got a more fluid, in my
Introducing
opinion.
adjustable
King,
defensive
it got way more
zones
fluid.
for more
Like
precise control
I feel like they
through
were
pass
hitting on it
coverage.
with like
Adjusted
the
depth to
fluidity
bring your
of the
safeties
players when we
line up
see
and
Saquon
coaching
on the cover.
adjustments.
Like that was like tell
Fine-tune your
sign that
defensive
okay,
strategies in
they might be
real
stepping
time
different.
and outsmart
But
opponents.
I feel like I'm
When
not
you're on
buying
the
Madden.
home field advantage side of
I am
stadium
not buying
pulse,
Madden.
it's a beautiful
I'm
thing.
sticking
But
with
for
my
visitors,
roots.
Stadium
But I
Pulse
am
in
paying
college
attention
football
though.
26 is
And
louder,
those tweaks that you said
tougher,
is
and
a
more
hundo.
personal,
Let me share my
elevating
screen
the
with you, bro.
chaos of night games in already tough to play places.
Welcome to the world of college football, hosted by your boy
There's
Moan,
something in the air.
and we're currently breaking down the gameplay deep dive trailer and more that we got from Scott
Friday nights.
and the rest of the team. But this is something that I got to show you in real time because we're just gonna go into the deep dive because it's a lot to get to.
It crackles down our
Can we see it? No, not yet.
tradition,
Remove.
tension.
Now let's get it. We're back to the money. Alrighty. Can they still see me? Yeah, they can. I'm in the bottom. All right, so they got the Heisman tier. Take elite talent to the next level. Last year's introduction of abilities laid a strong foundation for capturing the explosive, dynamic essence of college football. This year, we're building on that foundation, rebalancing existing abilities, introducing new ones, significantly expanding player archetypes, and delivering authentic moments that reflect the true drama of Saturdays. They got expanded archetypes for us. Based on what we're seeing right here in this graphic, that's cold to me from what I'm seeing. That's cold. I like the depth chart, how the depth chart looks. Not even trying to be like that guy, but I like how it looks. The menus seem to got sleeker and like less bulky. Archetypes have been expanded in college football 26 with 10 brand new additions, each crafted to reflect the unique and electrifying skill sets seen every Saturday. These archetypes are intentionally diverse. No two share the same ability loadouts. You'll hear more about them in the upcoming Campus Huddle Dynasty Deep Dive. So that's coming, I think, on Monday. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to it, bro. Let's go back to the chat. out of body experience, probably going to be OP for star players. Bro, can you imagine Jeremiah Smith in this game? Can you imagine Jeremiah Smith in this game on platinum for the different abilities it's gonna have? Platinum takeoff, or like Nick Harbor platinum takeoff is gonna be like absolutely OP. They might give like a player like Bryson Washington from Baylor like sidestep platinum. Like it's gonna be crazy just to see like how the abilities and how they figured out a way to nerf it and figure out a way to nerf it. But let's keep to the comments, man. This looks incredible compared to the trash ass Madden 26. See, college has 100 more features and coaches, and it's supposed to be the new game modes. Madden 26, same as 25, with the new menu and animations as a joke. Sorry for the all caps. I am dyslexic. Nah, bro, you good. This is the world of college football. Yo, I'm on the side where I think college football 26 is going to be better than Madden, and I feel like Madden is just catching up to things that they should have been had in the game a long time ago. College football 26, you know, it's a reason why Madden increased in the fluidity of the game. It's because of that out of body experience. That's what we were just talking about. The Heisman tier, taking elite talent to the next level, the out of body player experience. They introduced Garrett Nussmeier into it and said one of our core objectives this year was capturing what we call the outer body experience, those jaw-dropping moments when an elite player single-handedly changes the course of a game. To achieve this, we completely redefined how abilities scale when a player gets hot. We was just talking about this. Momentum matters more than ever. So if the player is hot, when a player starts to cook, their physical abilities receive a substantial boost. If the player already holds a platinum tier ability, it automatically upgrades to the Heisman tier. Oh my God. Oh gosh. It features enhanced effects, powerful new functionality, directly inspired by player feedback. So he's basically going Super Saiyan mode. Oh gosh. You'll know exactly when it can you imagine this in MUT or CUT? My gosh, bro. You'll know exactly when it happens, a green flash around a player. So if he has a green flash underneath him, I guess that means that he's going Heisman tier, Super Saiyan mode. And conversely, if a player's performance drops, you'll see a red downward arrow indicating they've dropped a tier. Listen, Scott, I'm listening, bro. I'm listening. New offensive and defensive abilities. Finally, battering ram, inspired by legendary contact-seeking power bats. The battering ram ability is a brand new addition exclusive to our contact-seeking archetype. As it tiers up, ball carriers inflict increasing levels of wear and tear on defenders, providing they finish runs falling forward. At the Heisman tier, it delivers maximum punishment, making defenders pay for every collision. The first thing I thought about was, can you imagine if Amarion Hampton had battering ram ability in 25? Oh my heavens. Like, this is crazy. And then on defense, they added hammer. They already had hammer, but we revamped the hammer ability specifically for thumping linebackers and box specialists, safeties, inspired by iconic hard hitters like Ray Lewis at Miami. Each tier of the hammer ability now directly ties into our physics-based tackling mechanic, rewarding timing and also skill. Reach the Heisman tier, and you'll gain an increased chance of forcing fumbles on perfectly executed hit sticks. So the timing of your hit stick matters, and you have a higher chance of increasing force. Well, you have a higher chance of forced fumbles with the Heisman tier physics-based tackling mechanic. Bro, let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts right now? Yes, this game got me feeling like a kid on Christmas. Now that I'm reading, like once we got past the wear and tear, I know this is a long read. I get it, bro. I get it. But like once we get through everything, I feel like we'll have a better understanding of what it will be like. and we have a better understanding of like where what we'll be at inside of our comparison, whether it's like college football 26 versus Madden. And people keep mentioning Madden, but I'm trying to continue to deep dive. The cost of greatness, abilities and wear and tear integration for you. Okay, tell me more about this, Moon.
Wars that remind our rivals.
They deepen the strategic connection between the ability system and the wear and tear mechanic. Every physical ability now categorizes into either upper or lower. What did you just say?
It shocks our nerves.
Every physical ability now categorizes into either upper or lower body. As a player's wear and tear accumulates throughout the season, they can lose up to 2 tiers on the corresponding ability. While, oh my gosh, while significant drops are rare, this introduces a crucial layer of strategic roster management, challenging coaches to balance aggressive play and player preservation. Oh my.
Breaks them down. And
So if he has platinum, if he, let's just say for sake of example, if he has platinum sidestep, right, that's a lower body physical ability on the wear and tear system too. So if he gets big hit for a cut stick and you keep chopping at this man's legs, that impacts him through the season, and now he goes down tiers in that ability. Cold. Cold. Collectively, these improvements transform the ability system for college football 26 into a deeper, more strategic and thrilling gameplay experience, one that captures the unique skills, emotions, and drama that defines elite collegiate athletes. Top of the morning to you. I know we got a lot that we're getting into on this episode, but bro, let's remove that. Let's get this back in here. Top of the morning to you. Let's go to the comments. Bro, EA made CFB 26 trash just so Madden will do better in sales. Romanian history. Appreciate you watching. Right. I'm here for the entire video. Let's get it. Appreciate you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Hope you're having a great morning, bro. All right. I'm a sicko, bro. I'm gonna read through every single word of this document. It's deeper than a deep dive trailer for me. I'm trying to know. People will just look at the trailer and be like, "Oh, they did this or they did that." No, they're giving us the information, and it's coming from Scotty Too High. Let's get it. So we got 2,800 plus new plays. The thing that I would say about that, first and foremost, if we're going to have all of these new plays that we introduce into the game, college football 26, before I even get started reading, please revamp the coach suggestions. I'm not somebody that likes to use coach suggestions, but I know a lot of people do. And one of the things that I see is that they recommend the same 10 plays. So it's not fully expanding on how many plays that you have in the game. So if we're going to introduce so many, then coach suggestions should be revamped. Let me shut up and let me read the article and see if he answered my question. Let's get right to it. College football 26 is delivering the single biggest playbook expansion in EA Sports history. You hear that, Madden fans? In EA Sports history. 2,800 plus brand new plays with 45 plus new formations, all tuned to reflect the chaos, creativity, and pageantry that defines Saturday football. Whether you're a fan of tempo and space or ground and pound, pause, there's something in here that speaks directly to the heart of college football. With the arrival of 300 real head coaches for the first time in the series, we knew this year had to be more than just a content drop. It had to be a true evolution. So we got work to do. Studying game tape, talking to coaches, attending clinics, and above all, listening to the fans. Hey, you should have put us first. You should put us first. Hey, bump the coaches, bump the clinics, bump the summer camps, put us first. I'm playing. The result is a massive leap forward in authenticity, depth, and team identity. Because when we say every team is someone's favorite team, we mean it. That's a fact. We got so many people that's watching right now and that will watch this. If you get to this point in the stream, hey, shake my hand. Hey, welcome to the world of college football. Listen, there's college football teams that matter the most. I know there's the OHIO and Ohio State, the Ohio State. There's Michigan, there's Alabama, but there's so many teams out there, fans of so many college football programs. So I'm happy that they embodied that. Now let's talk about the plays, because you just talked about the coaches, you just talked about the formations. You're trying to get me hype, but you're not trying to show me for real.
Bizarre plays and formations from last season are at your fingertips.
So that's the clip that they had that went viral on the internet. But let's just keep going. Playbooks are bigger and deeper than ever. Pause. We've increased total capacity by over a third. Most offenses now feature 25 plus formations and 400 plus plays, giving you more tools to scheme, adapt, and dominate. Whether you're building around tempo, power, or versatility, there's now a wider foundation to craft a game plan that actually feels like your favorite team. Greater playbook individuality. You'll immediately notice the difference between Air Force's flexbook DNA and USC's spread out vertical attack in the air raid. These aren't just roster based differences, they're true philosophical fingerprints. After months of deep dives and expert insight, every single one of our 136 playbooks has been handcrafted to reflect real life play calling and personnel packages. From Miami's modern air raid to Iowa State's power spread, every team has a unique feel and every user has a real jumping off point to build or customize their identity.
Bizarre plays and formations from last season
EA,
are at your
I'm hearing you.
fingertips.
I'm hearing you. Let's get back to the comments. Let's see what you got. Scott, talk to me. I hope you're having a good day too, bro. And I seen the same player malfunctions in Madden 26 in a deep dive trailer as Madden 25 gameplay, and all the stuff they added ain't new. They won't fool me. There's some people like that they're not going to be fooled. There's some people that's saying like, yo, we're going to get the best variation of Madden, period. You know, I'm more to say I'm not going to be buying Madden, but I'll live vicariously through you. I'm not getting no bundle. I don't really think anybody should get the bundle. If I had to, I'm not the type of give advice, but I'm not getting a bundle. I'm getting straight college football 25. Steve said there is a reason Madden sales drop compared to 24. Google it. All facts. There's also that licensing thing going on with Madden, EA, just in general, as far as all the legal stuff. But we don't. That's another deep dive that we do probably for another day. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This is the World of College Football by your boy Moon. Right after this short break, we're going to keep breaking down the gameplay deep dive trailer in all of its entirety. All right, welcome to the show. I'm your boy Moon, credential media member of the CFB Nation and host of the World of College Football, sponsored by BetUS, hosted by CFB Nation. Today is a special one. We got the gameplay deep dive, the first of many for College Football 26, and we're currently breaking it down right now. If this is your first time tuning into the show, I on this show like to spotlight everybody in the college football ecosystem. All of us matters. I know there's a lot of different fans of the Power Four teams, but there's so many other programs from sea to shining sea that deserve to get some love, deserve to get recognition. So on this show, we spotlight everybody. If you lace them up, put on the chin strap helmet, put the cleats on, we're gonna talk about you. And today, this is something that is going to affect the culture of college football for this whole entire rest of this year. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to be attending Big 12 Media Days in about less than 2 weeks, or really less than that for real. And I know that the game is going to be dropping right around that same stretch. So they're going to be playing it at Media Days. And I'm interested to see what the players think about it, to see what the coaches think about it. What do they feel about them being included into the game? Now we're seeing more faces with over 300 plus. Like the coaches now are in the game, so you can ask them about that, see what they feel, and the fluidity of there. Yeah, there's a trophy room, Anthony. Well, appreciate you watching the stream. There's a trophy room that's included. You can show off all your trophies from online dynasty head-to-head rivalries that you see. Yeah, they added it, so they went back to the culture for that one. Because that's probably one of my most underrated favorite parts of college football. It's just walking in, loading up the game, and seeing your trophy room, especially like in the old school ones. Like I think it was 2006. NCAA 06 is legendary, bro. Hey, no problem. Appreciate you watching, tuning in. All right, let's get back to it. I know we got a lot to get to. Last time we picked up, we were talking about the
bizarre
offense
plays and formations
and
from
everything that we're
last
gonna be
season
getting into
are
today.
at your fingertips.
My bad. Kurt Street keeps popping up. I'm gonna have to mute him. Sorry, Kurt. Nothing personal, bro. Let's see. Every single one of our 136 playbooks have been handcrafted to reflect real life play calling and personnel packages. Did you hear that, bro? Like, I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I know that's my theme song, but they said every single team, even the new teams. So they even went in to interview and talk to the coaches in Missouri State. They went to talk to Delaware. They went even down to Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Conference USA, Sun Belt, all around the college football ecosystem, and said, hey, look, we want to know all about what you do, what your systems are, and get our hand on the philosophical blueprint that you have. So it's not just increasing the coaches. What point would adding coaches into the game if the playbook don't even feel like you playing with Iowa State's power rate? If it doesn't feel like you playing with modern air raid Miami, or dicing them up with Sawyer Robertson and Baylor, or going crazy with Alonzo Barnett and JMU system.
Bizarre plays and formations.
So they added fresh concepts, real wrinkles. Misdirection is king in today's college game. And we brought that energy to life with new plays like jet power read toss, and counter bash. This, am I going to tweak out over 3 plays? No, I got to see what they look like first. But are these going to be 3 plays, jet power read toss, and counter bash, that we're going to look at the end of this in a year from now and say, yo, these plays and them introducing this like started another wave of OP. It started another wave of people just going crazy. Well, you've seen teams like Kansas State and Jacksonville State burn defenses with these. Now you can do the same.
Bizarre plays and formations from last season.
I know it's bizarre plays.
Your fingertips.
They keep trying to drill it into my head over and over again. Bizarre plays are now to my fingertips. Let's get to it. Bill Belichick, only coach not in CFB 26, is sick. And I don't think he's gonna be in the call. I don't think he's gonna be in the game. I really don't. I don't care what anyone says. It seems like they truly put a lot of work into this one. I agree with you, Anthony. And, I think this is the reason why we got to break it down like this. I don't know how long this deep dive is going to be, but to those that actually watch it and like get through this with me, shake my hand. We basically family now. And I want to see what type of work they put into it. So I'm going to go through every page of this 100%. Yeah, Delaware, where Rich Gannon and Joe Flacco came from. Money Flacco. He's still balling. He's still out there in Cleveland. Let's keep going. New motion types. We've added new motion categories: reload, bounce, escort, and boomerang, to help you layer deception and keep defenses guessing. These match the complexity of motion-heavy offenses like Kansas, Bama, Roll Tide Roll, James Madison, who we just talked about, and they offer new creative freedom when dialing up plays. So, in layman's terms, we get new motion categories. We got a reload option, we got a reload motion, we got a bounce motion, we got a escort, and then we also got boomerang. So, boomerang, I'm guessing it comes back. So, it maybe starts all the way out and it comes all the way back. Escort, maybe it's walking you through the line like a slow walk. Bounce, and reload are all added in. They added in double motion plays. For the first time ever, you can move multiple players pre-snap. Let's go. We about to get spicy. That is cool. Madden introduced it and said, oh, we're adding more. Nah. First time ever, you can move multiple players pre-snap. That means you can mimic the chess match seen in real film rooms from programs like Georgia Tech and Penn State. Whether it's sequential motions or dual motions at once, you can shape shifts in formations to stretch the defense before the snap even happens. All right, now you're getting me excited. Now you're starting to get me excited. I was trying to keep my composure for this last hour now. I was like, man, they going to talk to me about the wear and tear. Okay,
Bizarre plays and formations from last season are at your fingertips.
Bizarre plays. Tell me what you think about the double motion plays. Tell me what you think about the motion types before we move on. Yes, we need this. I agree, bro. I'm getting excited now. I've been trying to keep it together. Didn't really hit me when they said the boomerang and the escort motions, but now when it's starting to bring it and put it all together with, Georgia Tech, that's what they do in real life. Penn State, for sure. They'll come out in one thing and then shift their entire offense to a whole new look. And you're like, whoa, what happened? We were not in the right personnel. No, you weren't. Expanded QB run and RPO variety. It took me a little while to get adjusted to the RPO system. I don't know what it was like for y'all, but I'm interested to know what y'all experience was with the RPO. Do you call RPOs? Do you know what an RPO is? If you do, like, what types do you like to run? I like to run the bubble RPO, like where you can it's usually the slot that's usually bubbling out. I like to use that one. I like to use some of the ones in double stack formation where it'll come downhill and you just hand the ball off. It's the blocking has gotten better, so it's easier. But I asked that because they added more RPO variety, and now quarterbacks are the centerpiece of modern offenses, and they're more involved than ever. From old school via reads and modern pop passes to sprint out options and design quarterback powers, your signal caller now has a full menu. Notre Dame, Utah, and dozens of other teams now feature playbooks. Whoa, that feature playbooks where the quarterback truly runs the show. Literally, can you imagine using CJ Carr and Notre Dame's offense, or Utah with Devin Dampier? Oh my! Sorry for yelling in your ear. Whew, I'm trying to keep my composure, but it's starting to get me excited now, bro. Starting to get excited now. Smarter option routes. We've overhauled route logic and schemes like the run and shoot and veer and shoot. Thank you, Lord. Because some of it was OP in playing in veer and shoot. The PA cross in veer and shoot playbook with Tennessee, OP. OP. You hold the read out a little too long, you can bet your bottom dollar that your ex receiver is going to be wide open down the field. 100%. 100%. Putting up 100 points a game. Why? Because my man got 790 yards passing because all you doing is go routes all game. 100%. Receivers now read leverage, identify cap defenders, and react to middle of the field safety structure. That's how real football is supposed to be. That means better decision makings for user quarterbacks and more realism on every throw. This new logic also fuels option routes across concepts like HB choice, which I like, Haas wide juke, which I like, and slot option, which I like. Gadget packages by formation. They're giving us a lot when it comes to these formations, bro. College football always has that guy, the do-it-all athlete that aligns up everywhere. With our new gadget depth chart slot, Madden is talking about, oh, we added new positions. So did college football. They got a gadget depth chart slot. You can sub that player into a specialized packages across multiple formations. Whether he's taking a snap at Wildcat quarterback or motioning from a slot to tailback, he's now a true chess piece. We gonna use that to our advantage, bro. Let me know what you think about this, please. Yeah, I've been so hyped. I'm pacing while you're reading. Yes, the emotions, man. This will take the gameplay to the next level. I'm trying to keep my composure and trying not to jump out of my seat right now. And I appreciate y'all tuning into the world of college football today, early in the morning. All right, let's just take a breath. Let's take a beat real quick. Let's take a beat. I'm trying not like to freak out. Last year I went absolutely bonkers. I wish I could show you my reaction video to what we got and just reading the deep dives. It's still out there somewhere. But this year I'm trying to just keep it more composed because I'm not trying to be overwhelmed by all the excess people that want to talk about other things that don't really matter. I want to hear straight from the sources. I want to hear straight from the horse's mouth. And Scott, you waited. You should have put this at the beginning of the article.
Plays and formations from last season.
You should have put this at the beginning of the article. Let me know about the legendary 200 plus, 2,000 plus plays. Put that at the beginning of the article.
Bizarre plays and formations from last season are at your fingertips.
And I know it's fundamental, but this is what get my juices flowing, bro. Pause. Signature looks from the real 2024 season. We've gone beyond just new plays. We've added authentic packages and bizarre formations that defined Saturdays last fall and made them playable in college football 26. Here's a few highlights. Penn State shotgun gate. You talking about the same one that they ran against USC with Tyler Warren? And he snapped the ball. Drew Aller found him down the field, and he absolutely bodied a USC defender. Stretch the edge, freeze linebackers, and create backside cutback lanes. It's misdirection and motion. It mirrors how Penn State weaponized horizontal flow all season long. Penn State swinging gate variants. Yes, it's finally here. Run screens, jet touch passes, misdirection fakes from the same funky gate look. This this sets even, bro. I'm mind blown that they actually care so much, bro. Like college football 2016 cares so much, man. It truly can make you emotional. And it's deeper than just a package and a variation of a swinging gate variant. It's the fact that they said this set even includes dual quarterback packages that you can have, wildcat looks, and offensive line in the slot. Oh man. Oh, Miss Wildcat deuce wing. Snap it directly to your defensive tackle? Absolutely. The Rebels did it over 20 times last season, and now you can too. Power HB, gadget, or tight end can also sub in and keep defenders guessing. The Rice pistol wingback. That option lives in Houston. This formation blends flexbone motion with pistol spread tempo. It includes 11 total wingback sets, a dream for users who love mixing triple option with quick game. Anybody that knows anything, they just found their new team that they're going to be running with in Dynasty Mode. They just found their new team that they're going to be running with in Dynasty Mode, man. That we're probably going to use in college football, road to the playoff. I'm excited. That is sick, bro. Am I the only one that's feeling this way? Please let me know what y'all think. Damn, that's a lot of plays and formation. My goodness, this is really going to be a crazy good game. Now I'm getting electrified. I feel like Vince McMahon when he fell back in his seat. I feel like that right now. Let's keep going. Western Kentucky's Power Hulk. Big boy football. 2 defensive linemen lead blocking. Fullbacks leaking on play action. If you want to go downhill, this set rewards you with short yardage dominance and surprise deep shots. Oh, I remember the Power Eye Hulk. So it's good that they bring this back, bro. I think, was it in the game last year? I know Power Eye was in the game, but I don't know if Hulk was in the game. Somebody saw it. Please let me know. ECU trips off over week in unbalanced formation with layers. Use the off-ball tight end as a motion blocker or RPO threat. Teams like East Carolina University and Kansas Jayhawks ran it very differently, and you'll feel those styles reflected in each team's playbook. They care so much. Duke wide off trip stack. Say that 5 times. A new evolution of veer and shoot built off 11 new wide formations. Custom playbook building in this game is going to be insane. This includes a stack look that stretches defenses sideline while delivering vertical options and quick RPOs underneath. It's used heavily by Duke. This group gives you horizontal stretch with the vertical teeth. These aren't just new plays. They are a living, breathing tribute to everything that makes college football so electric. Innovation, identity, and the pure joy of doing something a little wild just to see if it works. Your team plays like your team in college football 26. Let's go. Oh, I can get excited now. I can get excited. Shoot. I was about, we was talking about wear and tear. I was like, I get it. I get it. I get it. But now you got me up out my seat, man. I'm excited. Please. We're still alive. Yes, yes. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Y'all could be anywhere doing anything in the world, but you're chilling with your boy Mo, breaking down college football 26. So if you're doing this, you're even more of a 1%er. So make sure you tune into the show World of CFB because we talk about everybody. Yeah, I'm a sicko, bro. I'm gonna read everything, and we still got a lot more stuff to talk about. Oh yeah, this is the madness. All right, let's keep going. Precision, vision, and strategy. Quarterback play, field vision, height really matters. What does that mean, bro?
Will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen, and receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view.
Okay. So because Thomas Castellanos, Florida State's quarterback, is short, it affects him in the pocket. Bro, that makes bro, that's a wrinkle into the game. That is really a wrinkle. Can you imagine using Noah Fafita now with Arizona? He's a shorter type of quarterback, like Thomas Castellanos, Gio Lopez at North Carolina. Like those are the type of quarterbacks that we see that are going to be affected by this on the shorter side. But if you're a taller quarterback like Lenore Sellers or Drew Allar, or some of the even taller quarterbacks that you see something like in the Big 12, for example, I'm guessing that this is going to be a boost unlike anything that we've seen right now, based on initial review. Let me go back to my other side. Yo, appreciate you watching. So that actually matters. In our quest to make pocket passers as valuable as they are in real life, we introduced real world challenges to level the playing field. This is where field vision comes in. They brought back field vision, but just not in a different way, like it was in the old Madden, where they brought field vision. And you saw Peyton Manning's field vision versus Michael Vick's field vision. Bruh. What was the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints? I think his name was like Aaron Brooks. His field vision. This is where field vision comes into play. No, there's no vision cone on the field. I was just thinking about that, Scott. Through conversations with coordinators across the country, one theme kept coming up: the importance of moving the quarterback's launch point and how interior pressure can impair vision. We took that to heart. Field vision accounts for your quarterback's height, the size of offensive linemen and defensive linemen, and the proximity in the pocket. Smaller quarterbacks under center, especially on quick drops or throws between the numbers, will experience realistic visibility limitations. That's why many real-life quarterbacks favor shotgun or pistol looks. In college football 26, when shorter quarterbacks are surrounded by taller linemen, receiver icons may fade to reflect obstructed sight lines. You can still attempt those throws, but expect an accuracy penalty mirroring the real world challenges these players face. Wow. That was a mouthful. Appreciate you, Cuban. That was a mouthful. They really care.
Will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen, and receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view.
Let's keep going.
There's something in the air.
Enhanced quarterback progression system. Recognizing that lower rated quarterbacks were previously more successful than we would like, we've expanded the gap between elite and lower tier quarterbacks to mirror real life disparities more accurately. High awareness quarterbacks will quickly and efficiently cycle through multiple receiving options, reflecting the decisive reads and rapid decision making of the nation's elite signal callers. Conversely, lower rated quarterbacks struggle more significantly, realistically managing fewer progressions and demonstrating slower decision making, closely resembling the performance of inexperienced true freshmen or developing quarterbacks seen on Sunday. Yo, so the first quarterback that came into my mind was like a quarterback like Marcel Reed from Texas A&M. He's gonna be interesting playing in this game, bro, because he's a shorter quarterback, and like based on what they're just telling us, if you have high awareness, that's gonna help you to not like it's gonna help you go through your reads faster, rapid decision making, decisive reads. So playing with him, playing with other quarterbacks that might not be high on their awareness, it's going to affect us now. And you can't just spam out just when your quarterback's 73 overall with a 55 awareness. And man putting up 600 yards per game. You got to be able to read the pocket first. So that's one of the things that we see in the deep dive. Enhanced quarterback progression system. Next, recognize the key. Last year, we saw heavy reliance on double mug. Oh, they fixed it. They nerfed it. They nerfed it for us, bro. They nerfed it for us. We saw heavy reliance on double mug and cover zero blitzes to overwhelm AI quarterbacks, making this a critical area for improvement. In College Football 26, we've introduced a upgraded hot read system and made significant enhancements to quarterback progression logic, double move recognition, and overall blitz response. Quarterbacks with higher awareness now identify multiple hot read options immediately after the snap, mirroring how elite quarterbacks diagnose and counter aggressive pressure in real life. These upgrades reduce the once dominant effectiveness of double A gap blitzes and create more balanced strategic gameplay. The result, a season where quarterback matchups feel smarter, more dynamic, and as exciting as what you see every Saturday. College Football 26's advanced quarterback AI delivers a new level of authenticity under pressure. Y'all not gonna be able to spam and cheese nickel double mug anymore, man. All these pressures that y'all want to bring and blitz like crazy, not gonna be able to do it. Cade Klubnik is my quarterback. Not gonna be able to do it, bro. Garrett Nussmeier is my guy. You're not gonna be able to get away with it because I'm playing with John Mateer in Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner. You think you're trying to do that with DJ Lagway? No. Sawyer Robertson? No. Avery Johnson? Like, there's so many quarterbacks that you can be able to use to counteract all that crazy blitzing because it said immediately. It said high awareness quarterbacks now identify multiple hot read options immediately. There's no delay. Immediately. Defenses win championships. Last year's gameplay was explosive and wide open, just the way college football should feel. That freedom and responsiveness on offense is something we're committed to maintaining. The features above focus largely on enhancing the offensive experience, speed, creativity, and big plays. But you also told us defense needed more depth, presence, and options. So this year, we've doubled down on defensive control and responsiveness, giving you more tools to disrupt and dictate the game. Championships are won in the trenches. So let's take a closer look at what that looks like on the other side of the ball. Let's talk, Scott. Now you made my hair on the back of my neck stand up now. Now we're talking, boys. It literally says we're talking physics, boys. Let's lock in, man. Lock in. All right. We're changing tackling from last year. Yes. Trust your boy and stay with me now. He literally said this. I kid you not. I'm highlighting it. Yes. Trust your boy. So Scott knows that he's our boy. And stay with me now. With the smiley face. Sicko energy. That's nasty work. Improving and polishing the innovative technology we first introduced in EA Sports Madden NFL 25 was essential to delivering the authentic, organic football experience college football deserves. That's a mouthful of what I just said for the people that like Madden. We took a hard look at what we shipped in college football 25. While it was solid, it didn't quite capture the visceral impact, variety, or player differentiation that real football demands. So in college football 26, we've elevated physics-based tackling, or PBT, to bring more control, more realism, and more satisfying outcomes to every hit. Now, tacklers with better ratings won't just win more often, they'll win more distinctively. We've layered in timing based elements that allow stronger defenders to finish plays with authority while making weaker tacklers more vulnerable to being dragged or broken through. You'll see more variety in tackle outcomes, glancing blows, squared up stops, falling forward momentum, all driven by weight, speed, angle, and user input. Mm-mm-mm. Even with visual fidelity, the PBT, or physics based tackling, brings this wasn't just about looks, it was about feeling. And with college football 26, you'll feel every hit, fight through every finish, and every experience. A tackling system finally rewards us with skill, ratings, and real football logic. Let's talk about it. All right, buckle up, boys and girls, because I'm not there's a lot of girls too that I know that be playing college football 25, and I know they're gonna be playing 26. New tackling types. You got wrap catch tackles. DBs who aren't heavy hitters now have the ability to wrap receivers up securely at the catch point. This provides a more realistic and strategic way to neutralize threats without needing to deliver a big hit. In range lunge content. Lunging tackles are no longer always force defenders to leave their feet. That's something that I did not like. Players can now make controlled lunges while staying upright, adding another layer of realism to open field tackles and increasing defensive responsiveness. Unprepped hit sticks. We've added explosive hit stick animations to capture those thrilling real life moments when the ball carrier is caught off guard. These tackles deliver impactful moments that can shift momentum in crucial situations and significantly influence wear and tear, increasing strategic depth of managing player durability throughout the entire game. Mm. Skill mechanics enhancements. Come on, Scott. Give me the bars, bro. Give me the bars. Timing and aiming on all one-on-one tackle types. The timing and aiming mechanics from last year's hit stick tackles have been expanded to every one-on-one tackle scenario, including strips, cuts, lunges, wraps, squat catch tackles, and wrap catch tackles. By putting control directly into your hands, your skill as a player can significantly influence broken tackle outcomes, knockouts, strips, and force fumbles. Chuck and stiff arm skill mechanics. That man is in his bag right now, man. He's shooting. Offensively, we've integrated similar timing and aiming mechanics into trucking and stiff arm moves. Ball carriers can now control their moves to increase the success rate of trucks and precisely timed stiff arms to fend off defenders effectively. In layman's terms, they updated the success rate of truck sticks, stiff arms, and you can really be able to get saucy with them this year. Core tackling improvements. Listen, bro, it keeps going and going. They care so much. This year's core tackling improvements go beyond just adding new formations and animations. They're about capturing the emotional core of college football, whether it's a critical third down stop, a game altering sack, or a tone setting hit early in the game. These improvements are designed to recreate the chaos, energy, and momentum swings you see every single Saturday. We wanted defenses to feel as dynamic and capable as the offenses they're trying to stop. And that started with building out core tackling in a way that looks better, feels better, and plays more responsively. Hit stick catch tackles. We seamlessly integrated hit stick tackles into our physics based tackling system, enhancing the realism and responsiveness of big hit moments. Wow. Quarterback hit improvements. Significant improvements have been made to preserve realistic arm positioning during sack transitions. We've minimized unnatural snapping of the quarterback's arm into place during sacks, resulting in smoother and more believable quarterback reactions when they get sacked. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm halfway through. Come on, bro. They care. Late hit throws. We also heard you loud and clear when it came to the last second bailouts in the pocket. Those frustrating moments when quarterbacks could escape sacks with unrealistic throws just before being hit. Ensuring throws are more realistically aligned and aimed near receivers, increasing both catch opportunities and interception risk. Additionally, very late throw attempts with defenders closing in will more frequently result in sacks, rewarding good pass rushes and emphasizing realistic consequences for delayed quarterback decisions. Bars, Scott. Bars, bro. The physics-based tackle contact accuracy. We've significantly reduced instances where tackles didn't fully contact the ball carrier, yet triggered tackle and reactions and animations. Tackles now consistently connect realistically, preserving immersion. Thank you. So basically, what they're saying is, when you do that hit stick animation and your player will like hit stick, but he hit sticks for like 10 yards and he just keeps lunging forward, like after the hit stick, there's no more of that. It's lunging forward and he's still standing on his feet. It's the accuracy that we get with it. He just said preserving immersion. We love to see it, bro. Are they giving bars, bro? Kyle, he said, I'm stoked for Road to Glory. I hope we get that deep dive coming soon too. Appreciate you watching, Kyle, and everybody else tuning in the world of college football. Momentum preservation after contact. We've created, I'm tweaking. We greatly reduce the unrealistic branching and abrupt direction changes post contact. We were just talking about that. Ball carriers now maintain realistic momentum, resulting in more natural and believable outcomes after tackles. Realistic post-tackle movements. Branching into movement immediately after physics-based tackles have been dramatically improved, ensuring impactful collisions are visibly disruptive and realistic, enhancing overall gameplay authenticity. Wow, Scott. I'm not even trying to be like that person, but like just based on what you gave me in all of this,
will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen, and receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view.
And then I gotta go back all the way. I'm just playing. But bro, Scott, this is sick, bro. This is really crazy. I got goosebumps right now. Because finally, bro, defense matters so much now, even more. You combine this with like, man, you combine this with everything else that they talked about, and we still got so much more to get through. Wow. Realistic post tackle movements. We just talked about that. One of my favorite things about this feature is the improved consistency in results regarding wear and tear, which we'll dive into deeper later into the blog. Along with outstanding audio feedback accompanying every big hit, this makes each collision feel that much more visceral and impactful. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, bro. Twist and stunts are here, bro. Twist and stunts are here. Oh, nah, man. We appreciate you being here. Welcome to the world of CFB. All right, man. It's been a lot of information. I understand. Yeah, a lot of it. Keep going though. We're now on stunts and twists for the game. To be honest with you, I appreciate them adding this into it. They start off saying, for years, players have asked for more depth, authenticity, and control in the pass rush game. And in college football 26, it's finally here. Stunts and twists are now fully in the game. Whether you're dialing up a tackle in an in stunt, an interior twist, or something more exotic, you're no longer limited to basic four-man rushes. Now you can disrupt protection schemes, create confusion and blocking assignments, and also pressure the quarterback like never before. So how does it work, Mo? How does it work, Scott? I'm glad you asked, my dog. Calling stunts is simple and intuitive. At the play call screen, hold the corresponding button on any play to open a new sub menu showing all available stunts and twists for that call. What? You can custom tailor your pressure before you even break the huddle. Oh man. This is about to bring out some dogs, man. I'm telling you, between disguising coverages, bringing stunts out, like we really about to see who's good at defense for real. You can also call one from the play call menu in a pre-play. In a pre-play menu, press the D-pad, then R1 or RB to access available stunt options for your gameplay. There are 12 unique stunt types available, each designed to replicate real-life tactics used by top defensive coordinators. These aren't just cosmetic. They change the timing, angles, and matchup logic at the line of scrimmage. Why does this matter, Moan? Well, stunts and twists will completely redefine how you attack protections. You're no longer relying solely on individual wins from your front four. That was a big thing that I had a problem with, though. Just being honest, like I've hated sometimes that you have to send pressure. Like it seems like you have to send five, sometimes even six or more, just to even get to the quarterback. And especially when you're playing OP quarterbacks, it's kind of tough to see if you're gonna get rushed with four. Then you talk about like QB contain and using that. It just became like kind of a headache. But they're saying that they're fixing it. Stunts and twists completely redefine how you attack protections. You're no longer relying solely on individual wins from your front four. Force offensive line communication errors. You can set up mismatches in late looping rushers. You can disrupt rhythm and pocket integrity. You can bring true strategy to the trenches. It's a feature the community has wanted for years. And in college football 26, it finally delivers. This is pass rush chess, not checkers. I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it. He said copy and paste 2025. It's hard to watch that. It's hard to look at what we're reading right now in this deep dive and say that that's a copy and paste at all, bro. They just brought in stunts for the defensive line. That alone in itself, like if I had to say one thing, like outside of the play calls and you get over almost 3,000 plays, that's probably one of the most impressive. I want to see what it looks like though. Let's talk about the trench work. The game of football is won at the line of scrimmage, and in college football 26, that battle just got a whole lot more real. We've rebuilt the core of offensive and defensive interactions with one goal in mind. Make the trenches feel like the trenches. That means leverage matters. Size matters. Pause. Technique. Play calls and matchups matter. Every snap is a puzzle between blockers and defenders. And this year, you'll have more control, more realism, and more strategy. They got block steering in this game, and they showed it in the deep dive in the gameplay. But new to college football 26, block steering is a foundational trench feature that gives both users and AI the ability to physically influence the direction of a block once an engagement has started. Just like you see from the best defensive linemen who don't need finesse moves to wreck a game, block steering captures the subtle war of leverage and momentum. Sometimes it's not about winning clean. It's about squeezing the gap, clogging the lane, and turning a 6-yard run into a stalemate at the line. Here's how it works. Once you're engaged, press RT in the left stick, the right trigger plus the left stick to begin steering. You can steer an interaction in any direction based on player strength, weight, ratings like block shedding, run block, impact blocking, and most importantly, momentum. This works for both sides of the ball, whether you're a nose tackle trying to dent the A gap or a pulling guard trying to drive a defender out of your way. There are 700 plus new animations in this system alone. Every push, turn, and battle looks and feels different depending on who's involved. Finally, I can run power. Oh, I can run power. Finally. Thank you, Lord. Oh my gosh. Being able to just run the football because your linemen aren't getting just getting in the middle of the running back's way. Thank you. 700 new animations in this system alone is nasty work. Nasty, bro. This is college football 26 we're talking about. They care. This also unlocks a smarter play from AI linemen. Defensive players will now maintain their assigned gaps based on play call and alignment, significantly limiting crashing or stunting blindly. Gap integrity matters in today's game, and it finally matters in college football 26. You get out of your gap, that man is turning into Melvin Gordon at Wisconsin and hit his head on the goalpost. 100%. Smarter blocking mechanics. This year's blocking logic has re-engineered from the ground up, and that includes both run and pass protection. They added an improved targeting system. We've improved our targeting system across all core blocking schemes. That means blockers now understand who they are supposed to hit, how they're supposed to hit them based on the structure of the play. Wow. Schemes that now block would drastically improve clarity and accuracy include, I just said it, but they introduced it. Number one, power, counter, trap, wham, duo, all the veer variants, midline concepts. This new logic reduces freelancing and misassignments while magnifying mismatches. If you got a pulling guard squaring up against a lighter safety, that's a win. If your center is climbing to a 250-pound linebacker with poor leverage, you're in trouble. Wow, bro. Keep going, Mo. You're almost done. Impact blocks and collision wins. The core engagement system has also been overhauled to better reflect outcomes based on weight class, ratings, and momentum differential. It's not just about being targeted. It's about how you arrive. Pass protection, read, slide, and react. We focus heavily on giving users more clarity, control, and responsiveness in pass protection. Highlights include smarter targeting selection. Your offensive line will now make more intuitive decisions about who to block and when to block them based on immediate threats and overloads. Untargeting defenders. You now have the ability to unassign a target. Set a free defender you want to leave unblocked for a screen. You can now intentionally avoid targeting certain players. This gives advanced users the level of control they've been asking for. Simplified pass protection. Slide mechanics are now easier and more intuitive. Want to slide left? Just tap slide left and right stick left. Want a full slide? Double flick the right stick. Thank you, because that was kind of like a headache doing that in the menus, bro. They fixed it. The system responds cleanly and consistently, giving you time to focus on reads, not guesswork. Playmaker flip for protection. You can now flip your pass protection the same way you flip a play pre-snap. I'm sick, I tell you. They're in their bag right now. Just like in real football. Quick flips now account for backside blitzers and rotating coverages, allowing users to adjust protection schemes on the fly. Oh gosh, bro. This is crazy. Like really, truly incredible. You can't really tell a lot just from watching the gameplay deep dive by itself. But I promise you, man, when we start looking at it, I'm about to stop this for a second. Not the screen. I just need to share my screen with you. Yeah, share. Appreciate you, Swin.
Welcome to the EA Sports College Football 26 Gameplay Deep Dive. We'll share details about a massive playbook expansion.
They added so much.
And abilities. Improvements to wear and
built for matchups. Modern college football is all about creating mismatches, and this year that dynamic shines brighter than ever before in the trenches. With enhanced logic around engaged wins and losses, dynamic double teams, and block disengage decisions. Linemen now make decisions based on ratings, angle, play concept, and leverage, not just proximity. You'll feel the difference when your All-American left tackle stonewalls a bull rush, or when your undersized defensive line gets washed out by a down block. The trench battle is now a living, breathing part of every play, and not just an animation happening beneath the surface. What it all means. The trenches in college football 26 aren't just cosmetic, they're gameplay altering. Every offensive scheme starts with how your line functions. Every defensive strategy depends on how your front holds up. And now with block steering, smarter protection logic, and authentic scheme targeting, you can now win the game up front just like in real college football. Whether you're calling counter with a pulling guard or trying to two gap out of a 4-2-5, everything in the trenches just got more real, more dynamic, and more fun. A plus, bro. A plus. I'm gonna keep going because we got a lot to get to, but bro, that's my new favorite thing now that I just watched. All of the enhancements, 700 plus new animations in the system that they work with trench work. Crazy work. I talked about a lot. Let me know what your thoughts are, please. Let's keep going. Custom zones, because I saw this in the trailer. Last year, we introduced custom stems, giving you the ability to adjust the depth and angle of your offensive routes exactly how you want them. But offenses can't have all the fun. So this year, we're introducing custom zones. How many times have you been in the game thinking, if I could just drop that seam flat a little deeper, or I wish my deep zone was just sit shallower to take away that dig? In college football 26, you can now fine-tune your defensive zones just like you did with that route stem, allowing you to strategically counter and neutralize any offense. With custom zone, you have the ability to fine-tune individual zone drop depth on the fly. How does it work? You're asking great questions today. Hey, bro, he's funny, man. Simply select the zone defender you want to adjust. Press A on Xbox, press X on PlayStation, then tap L1. Bring up the zone depth adjustment. From there, you can move that defender's depth in his zone. He can fit perfectly and exactly for what the offense is throwing at you. This on the fly upgrade that puts more control in your hands is a game changer. Whether you're trying to match verticals more effectively, clog up intermediate throws, or bait quarterbacks into making bad decisions, Custom Zone gives you the flexibility to fine-tune your coverage and adapt on the fly. This gives you quicker, more precise control over your defensive adjustments, allowing you to get to the exact look that you want without cycling through coach adjustment pre-play menus. It's a feature that's been highly discussed within the community, and now it's in your hands. Awesome. Clamped. We made it a priority this year to take defensive back play in college football 26 even closer to the action you watch every Saturday. That means smarter coverage reactions, more meaningful leverage battles, deeper risk versus reward mechanics, and the excitement and challenge of authentic one-on-one matchups. Route commit, call your shot. I played Travis Hunter at last year's media event playing college football 25. He shaded inside on me pre-snap and got beat. He turned to me and said, "I know it's a low chance to get beat with the shade, but I'm selling out here." That moment stuck with us. Shading is about positioning. Selling out is about commitment. And that mindset helped inspire what we call route commit. One of your biggest new additions to cover gameplay this year. Gotcha. One of the biggest new additions to coverage gameplay this year, route commit, lets an individual or your entire secondary aggressively jump routes based on your read of the offense. In
Improvements to
pre-play,
wear and
press
tear,
R1 for your
new
defensive
control
keys, then
mechanics,
left or right
stadium
on the left
pulse,
stick, and your
physics-based
entire
background, and
coverage
a
unit
lot
will
more.
aggressively break
Let's get
towards
into it.
either inside or outside breaking
With real
routes.
coaches comes
Guess
a
right,
massive
lock
playbook
down or
expansion.
strap, as
For
the
the
kids would say.
first time
Your
ever,
defenders
over
will jump the cut
300 real
faster,
college
stay
football
tighter through
coaches bring
breaks,
their
and
unique
squeeze past
styles and
windows,
authentic
passing
play
windows
calling to
shut.
the game, delivering
Guess wrong?
distinct
It's
program
costly.
identities
Defenders will
and
react
more play
slower,
calling
take
variety.
exaggerated
Over
false steps, and give
2,800
up
new plays
separation that
and over
turns short gains
45 new
into explosive
formations have been
plays.
installed.
Route
New
commit
option
adds a new
types,
layer of
motion
defensive
types,
strategy.
bizarre
Now you're not
plays
just
and
covering,
formations
you're
from last
declaring
season
intent,
are at your
like run
fingertips,
or pass
and they're
commit,
all
but for
tuned so you can
coverage.
craft a
You're telling your
strategy
opponent,
that
I
feels
know it's
like your
coming, and
favorite
I'm selling out
program.
to stop it.
10
It
brand new
rewards
player
film study,
archetypes and
disguises,
rebalanced
and guts.
abilities,
And
now
when you guess
84
right,
total,
there's no better
are
feeling
designed
on
to showcase the
defense.
wide variety of
Yo,
skill sets we see in
they ain't
college
like that,
football
bro.
every Saturday.
I like it, man.
Improvements to how abilities scale are
I
based
like
on
it.
performance. When a player gets
Um,
hot, their physicals receive a substantial boost,
whoa,
and platinum tier abilities will
it's just so
automatically
much.
upgrade to the new,
The
more
next section,
powerful
react
Heisman
like that.
tier. The Heisman tier captures those unexplainable moments when a player single-handedly takes over a game.
One second. I'm trying to I wanted to reload the page. All right, the next section, react like that. With route commit leading the charge, we knew man coverage needed to feel tighter, more authentic, and more rewarding for players who pride themselves on shutting down the perimeter. This year, the man to man game is much more varied. Elite corners like Leonard Moore will mirror receivers closely, breaking with quicker timing than feels earned, not scripted. Facing top tier receivers like Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams, you'll still feel pressure, but the battle is fair, meaning winning means your leverage, timing, and positioning were all perfect. Losing means the receiver earned every inch of that separation. This improvement in man to man coverage means you can confidently call man, shade inside, use route commit, and you'll feel like you're playing real football, not just rolling dice. Wow, bro. That's important. That's incredibly important. I feel like they have cared so much just when it comes to the overall deep dive so far. And everything that I'm hearing right now has gotten me excited. Like at first when we started this process, I was kind of like 50-50. Now I'm leaning like 80-20 right now. And I feel like they shooting like Ray Allen from the three. They can't miss right now. The leverage game. We completely reworked leverage and it affects exactly how routes outcome on the field. I'm sitting here thinking to myself right now, they just told us that they revamped man coverage. They also told us that they added route commit. They put in clamped in here to showcase that you can play smarter and have coverage reactions that are smarter. You could do custom zones on defense. You can now do playmakers and create mismatches really on everything, every level of the field, whether it's the defensive line, offensive line, whether it's mismatches and impact blocks and collision wins, whether it's revamping the targeting system for the linemen, 700 plus new animations in the system for that. Bro, we might have game of the year, man. We might have game of the year. The leverage game. Now, when you align with inside or outside shade, it directly impacts your defender's ability to cover. When I'm sitting here looking at this, bro, ooh, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. All right. When you align with inside or outside shade, it directly impacts your defender's ability to cover. If you hold inside leverage and the wide receiver runs the dig, you'll stay tight and compete aggressively. Lose leverage, you're still in play, but you'll feel the urgency to close the gap. Previously, DBs sometimes gave up unrealistic separation. That's gone. Positioning now feels powerful, rewarding pre snap reads, strategic alignments, and adding depth to your matchups. Every snap is more tactical. Every coverage calls every coverage call more intentional. This is how real college football defenses thrive. Assignment driven football, where assignments and angles and positionings rule the day. Shade with purpose. Shading coverage matters more than ever. Pairing directly with route commit and leverage to create a complete defensive toolkit. Shade over the top. You'll gain cushion to protect deep, but you'll also see sharper cuts separate underneath. Shade underneath, you'll clamp down hard on short routes, but risk being burned vertically or by double moves. Every pre-snap shade now carries weight, setting a tone before the ball is even snapped. For players who study film and dial in on tendencies, this is a game changer. I got chills. No eyes, no picks. Last year, some of the full speed, contested, over the shoulder interceptions felt a little too much. Like defenders were turning into center fielders. I started calling them the Willie Mays interceptions. This year, we improved that. When a DB doesn't have eyes on the ball, he won't make those unrealistic blind leaps anymore. No more backward acrobatic picks without vision. Instead, defenders react late, fighting through the receiver's hands, trying to knock the ball loose rather than warping into a perfect catch animations. It's all about context now. When a DB is in trail position, hips turned and running full speed, you should feel more inclined to take a deep shot. You no longer have to wait until your receiver is 3 steps clear from breaking the jam. The game now rewards smart, confident throws that recognize defensive leverage. But when a DB does track the ball properly, you'll see that rewarded. Interceptions feel earned, not gifted. It's a fair fight, an aspect we are always seeking to improve. Playing the ball finally feels fair, rewarding, and true to real football. One-on-one matchups matter again, and the passing game is back to feeling like a genuine competitive battle, just the way it should be. I understand, bro. I understand. I understand. Like I feel like it's safe to get hyped now for college football 26. We are safe. We're green lit to get hype for now. And I'm not done yet with the defense. Swap or pick. Choose wisely. Swatting the ball returns to prominence this year. Now you must decide. Go for the highlight reel interception or make the fundamentally sound play in SWAT. SWATs take defenders to the highest point, giving you the best chance to disrupt catches in tight windows. Picks are still possible, but only if you're in phase, looking at the quarterback and perfectly positioned. Defensive decision making just became more critical. Quarterbacks will find jump balls are true 50-50 throws again, not automatic turnovers as soon as it's released from your hands. They introduced to the crib. We heard you loud and clear. Too many wide open interactions felt incomplete last year. That wasn't right, especially after you made a perfect read and has your defender exactly where he needed to be. This year, we improved that dramatically. Those no doubt interceptions will stick. DBs will finish plays as they should. Every interception should feel deserved, whether you were perfectly baited the quarterback, jumped a route, or made a perfectly timed break. Whew! Goodness gracious, bro. They pulling on my heartstrings, man. Defensive playbook updates. In EA Sports College Football 26, we've updated the defensive playbooks to better reflect strategic dynamics of the college game. This blog post explores not only the new playbook content, new formations in place, but also highlights key foundational enhancements to defensive gameplay that improve how certain plays and schemes are executed. In this section, we are introducing several new formations and plays alongside improvements to pass coverage, the logic with pass coverage, defensive alignment, and run fit responsibilities, all designed to provide a more authentic and engaging defensive experience. All right, bro, let's get into it. New defensive formations. This year's game features new defensive formations tailored to modern college football offenses. These looks are new and are designed to improve your defense's ability to adapt to spread formations, create pressure, and better defend both run and pass. 3-4 tight, a variation of the 3-4 odd front. This formation moves both defensive ends into 4-eye techniques, aligning them on the inside shoulders of the offensive tackles. This adjustment helps strengthen B gap integrity and gives players a better structure to combat interior runs. 3-3-5 flex, featuring 3 down linemen, an edge defender standing in a 2-point stance to the strong side. This look uses 4-man spacing while retaining the versatility of 3 linebacker setups. Look, man, it's well suited to defend spread offenses while maintaining pressure potential. Nickel single mug and nickel 2-4 single mug. Okay, we got new variations, boys. These formations position a single linebacker directly over the center in a mug alignment. This alignment forces the offensive line to account for every defender at the line of scrimmage and can trigger one-on-one blocking across the board. The 2-4 variant adds 2-point stance edge defenders for a more hybrid linebacker look. These are especially effective when paired with the new defensive line stunts available in the play call menu. Nickel load and nickel 2-4 load. Load fronts align 3 defensive linemen to one side of the center, creating oh yo, that's crazy. So we can get spicy now. This can create immediate pressure challenges for offensive protections. Like the single mud sets, the 2-4 load formation features edge defenders and 2-point stances, reinforcing a linebacker heavy aesthetic and enhancing play call flexibility. These formations work especially well with the new stunt based plays. Wow. So we can have that look where it's not just 2 linebackers walked up. We got standing, everybody basically is on the line standing up and you don't know who's coming. That's in the game now. Like, this is crazy. This is really crazy, bro. Oh man. All right, let's keep going. We're so close to being done. Returning formations. Several formations familiar to Madden players have also been added to College Football 26, expanding the playbook with more variety and situational versatility. Nickel 2-4, nickel 2-4 double mug, and dime low weak, formerly dime sugar weak, if you remember. Those are now returning to the game. New defensive plays. That said, the team still created a number of plays with built-in stunt logic to provide ready-made options that pair naturally with new formations introduced earlier. These plays were designed specifically to attack common offensive protection schemes and enhance pressure concepts from various defensive fronts. Below is a sample of new plays that incorporate default defensive stunts. Hold up. Let me zoom. Where's my zoom? Y'all there, zoom, 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 boom, boom. Did I go up too far? Oh man, I'm tweaking. A little bit of zoom, zoom. I did the custom zones. I already did that. All right. Nickel 2-4 load mug, linebacker defensive end twist 3, defensive back blitz text 3. Wow, defensive tackle Mike Loop 3, 2-4 load, 1 linebacker cross games, single mug, DB blitz text 3. Yo, they really took some time with this. Mug defensive tackle loop, a mug sim pressure, mug blitz, NBA MLB LB cross games. You can double the wide receiver 1, linebacker 3 seams games. This is crazy work. In addition to coverage, they added coverage concepts. In addition to these pressure-based plays, this year's playbook includes new bracket coverage concepts designed to help defenses account for offenses' top receiving threats. These plays are now available in nickel over, nickel 2-4, and nickel 3-3 over, and they reflect improvements to the game's bracket logic system. The new bracket plays include one double slot. So I'm guessing you can double the slot, one double tight end, double bracket switch, and bracket switch Willie. Interesting. Defensive guys get paid too. Each of these coverages is built to provide layer support against key receivers using the safety to play the outer half of the bracket, while the underneath defender covers the inside leverage. These plays give users more control when scheming against specific personnel matchups, particularly in spread and tight end heavy formations that we have for you. So, when I'm looking at this in a deep dive, they added so much, man. Let's keep going. Enhanced run fit logic. Playing real fast and sound. That's what the next topic is that we're getting into the deep dive. Each one of these coverages is built to help support against the key receivers. That's the last thing we talked about with the brackets that you now have in. They added defensive line stunts, new defensive plays, returning formations. We also didn't forget we got playbook updates. They got changes to the technology of shading, man coverage, the leverage game. They got react like that with route commit, and this is just defense, custom zones. I'm impressed, bro. I'm impressed. Enhanced run logic. One of the most fundamental parts of any great college defense is the run fit discipline that we see. And in college football 26, we've overhauled how defenses align, trigger, and execute the run game. Whether you're facing a downhill power team or a zone based spread team or a modern RPO heavy attack, our new front fit system makes sure defenders show up where they're supposed to and do it with urgency. This year, run fits are more consistent and clearly defined, reducing the game that often left players asking, wait, why is my linebacker outside? The gaps are clear, the assignments are cleaner, and the logic behind who fits where now holds up from the first quarter all the way out to the fourth quarter. So this is good. This is good for us, the people. We're gonna be able to utilize this effectively. It's almost like giving a kid all of the snacks and all of the candies. Like y'all really care, so we about to show you that we care. Best behavior. Better believe it. Linebackers and safeties. In previous years, second level defenders sometimes played on their heels, waiting for a ball to declare, catching blocks, or hanging back too long. That's no longer the case. Linebackers and safeties now fit more aggressively downhill, triggering earlier and attacking their assigned gap with the kind of physicality you expect in real college football. You'll see the difference when you shoot a B gap and stonewall a run before it hits the line. You'll see it when the safety keys run from a too high shell and knifes in to make a stop. This isn't about playing reckless. It's about playing with intent. That's their words. RPO integrity. RPOs are a huge part of modern college football, and our defensive scheme is now structured to handle them with built in rules that mimic real defensive football. Most run fits in college football 26 are designed to be RPO sound, meaning run defenders have clear jobs based on alignment and route action. A and B gap defenders, usually interior linemen and linebackers, are now coached to play run first. C, D, and E defenders, corners, overhangs, and safeties aligned to the outside, they are going to read their key. If the receiver they're responsible for goes on a route, they play pass. If he blocks, they trigger into their run fit. This logic helps keep the defense from overcommitting and opens the door for more smarter, more football faithful reactions against reads, peaks, and tags. A smarter run defense. Defending the run has always been about assignment, aggression, and discipline. This year, we take in major steps to bring all three to life in a way that's not just authentic, it's more effective. We're whether you're either stacking the box or trying to shut down a Heisman candidate or trying to survive a 12 play option drive, your defenders now have the tools, logic, and mindset to win their 111. This is what real football defenses look like: fast, sound, and built to hold up, no matter what the offense throws your way. So, based on what we got just now with the defensive adjustments, like I'm impressed, bro. I'm very impressed. Not only did they improve the tackling, not only did they improve the coverage with route baiting and adding the formations, swat or pick the ball, and you have to actually use your head now. Shading over the top, shading with purpose. Like there's so much, man. I feel like the gameplay, when we talk about earlier, you feel like it was let down. I feel like they kind of did let down. Only from the standpoint of this, based on what we're reading in the deep dive, a lot of this stuff they didn't like. They could have went deeper into, especially since it's a deep dive. But like now, it's like whoa, it's a lot of information that we all got to soak in. I'm liking it so far. Really liking it. I'll tell you what my final thought process is at the end, but let's make it through the finish of the article by Scott. This has to be over like 10,000 plus words. Coach him up. Coach setting and safety adjustments. One of the most exciting additions to college football 26 this year is the new coach setting for safety adjustments, giving players full control over how their safeties align, both in depth, width, and position. This feature is all about pre-snap identity, whether you're building a defense that plays downhill or one that prioritizes keeping a lid on explosive plays. The system lets you coach with intention. Intentionality is everything. And around college football, we see tremendous variance in safety depth. And it's not just philosophy. Some teams bring their safeties closer to the line to tighten up run fits. Others sit them deep to neutralize elite vertical threats. That spectrum of strategic flexibility now exists within college football 26. With safety depth, you can have them close, which brings safeties into the box or near it. Great for run fits or tighter red zone looks. You have the default option, which gives you a standard balance for most formations that we have in college football. We see where we are right now, and I'm not. I just the default looks great. Like I'm not gonna hold you. The default option with the standard balance for most formation is cool, but they add it close. You can bring them to the line. You can align your safeties deep, and it's deeper than normal. Ideal for defending deep end speed. If you're playing like a team that has a loaded with speed, you got prevent now. The system way back. It's used at the end of the half game situations to avoid giving up the big one. So you don't have to call prevent defense. You could come out with a cover 3 or a cover 2, cover 4. Just put your safeties all the way to the back and prevent. And you could do that in the alignment in the menus. You got safety width. The default is neutral alignment relative to the formation. The spread is positions the safeties wider than usual, useful against sideline threats. You got the wide version of it, which further exaggerates the outside leverage to help protect you against deep out routes, the vertical routes, and then you got the pinch, which brings safeties tighter to the middle of the field. And that's just the safety width. Then you have midpoint shift. This is all about repositioning your safeties off the defensive midpoint. You can shift them left, right, based on field alignment. You can shift them strong and weak based on the offensive strength or the tight end side of the ball. You can shift them to the field or to the boundary relative to the wide or the narrow side of the field. You combine all these 3 layers, whether it's midpoint shift, safety width, and safety depth. You combine all 3 of them to match your exact identity and what you're trying to build with your team. You want your safeties close in a pinch down hill so that you can combat that against a downhill running team. You can do that. You need them to get deep and spread against a vertical air raid look like Baylor. Got you covered. This is the type of setting that may fly under the radar at first glance, but for players who love building a real identity on defense, it's a game changer. It's one of our favorite additions this year, and just another example of how college football 26 continues pushing towards authentic football control from top to bottom. They are crushing it right now, bro. Crushing it. Crushing. RPO coaching adjustment. Control the rules. To take this a step further, College Football 26 introduces a new RPO specific coaching adjustment, allowing you to fine tune how your AI defenders can handle zone reads, peaks, and traditional RPO concepts that we have. So when I'm sitting here looking at it, you can really get creative. You want your overhands to be more aggressive against the run, even if it means giving up a quick slant, you can dial that up. Prefer to sit back and protect against the pass first? That's an option too. It's about giving you the same philosophical control real coaches have on Saturdays and trusting you to use it. As you can see, there's a lot more you can do now with the coach adjustments menu. And finally, you can easily reset these adjustments back to their default settings with one click by simply pressing L3. You can show blitz for linebackers only. In the past, choosing show blitz meant your entire defense came crowding towards the line. Safeties, corners, everybody came crowding towards the line. It looked aggressive, sure, but it also gave everything away. Not anymore. In College Football 26, you can now shift and show blitz with just your linebackers, giving you far more control over how your defense looks pre-snap. You want to threaten pressure without committing your safeties? Want to crowd the box to bait a check or force a protection slide? Now you can. This isn't just a gameplay improvement, it's real football. In actual defensive game plans, linebackers regularly step up to show pressure, then drop back into coverage or rotate into a different fit post snap. This new control brings that same level of disguise and intent to your defensive looks and to your defensive toolbox. Tactically, it's a huge win. You can disguise your coverage. You can influence run fits. You can fake pressure. The chess match at the line just got a nice upgrade. 100%, 150%. Let's keep going. Real time coaching 2.0, year two evolution. After laying the foundation last year, real time coaching takes a massive leap in college football 25, improving how CPU controlled teams adjust to compete. Real time coaching is no longer just a feature, it's the engine behind smarter, more strategic, and more human like coaching behavior on both sides of the ball. A huge part of this leap comes from major improvements to our internal toolset, which allow us to implement over 3 times as many real time adjustments as last year. That's not just more logic, it's smarter, it's faster, and far more varied logic. Coaches now respond with a wider range of strategies, personality driven behavior, and situational awareness, making every team feel more distinct and more dynamic. So, you mean to tell me that if I start dicing up Lane Kiffin, that man gonna start freaking out on the sideline, turning red? Yup. 100%. If I beat Penn State and James Franklin, like I'm gonna have him sweating on the sideline. Yup. Yup. Let's keep going. Delayed shifts, formation IQ, and real adjustments. When I'm talking about these real adjustments, it's worth noting that one of the most noticeable upgrades is the introduction of delayed shifts. Defensive coordinators will no longer show their hand immediately. You'll see safeties rotate late, defensive front shift post audible to counter new threats. This simulates real life defensive disguises, forcing users to read and react, not just guess pre snap. That to me is great. 100%, 150% if you want to keep it. Because you could blend all of this together, bro. You can blend all of this together just to make absolute madness, just madness for you. Let me move this over here real quick and put that full screen for you. All right, let's keep going. So, beyond the disguise, defenses are now significantly smarter about formation strength and run type. Whether you're grinding power, trap, duo, or using pistol to stretch the edge, the real-time coaching adjustments recognizes that what you're running, they're gonna recognize the power, they're gonna recognize that duo, And they're also going to recognize how and from where are you trying to attack them. More than last year, teams will adjust their number count in the box, adjust front alignment, and bring pressure based on the keys that I just mentioned. And for leaning on a dominant runner or targeting one side repeatedly, expect to see safeties creeping down. Expect to see linebackers flowing quicker to the ball and expect fronts to start shifting to seal cutback lanes. This is no longer just defending the run. It's run recognition and run response. For passing defense, the 9 box and concept tracking. New in college football 26 is the 9 box, a spatial back-end intelligence system that tracks where your passing and game is attacking. Using this, defensive AI now understands not just where you're throwing, but also what you're throwing. This fuels past concept recognition, meaning the CPU knows if you're leaning on flood, mesh, or smash and will start dialing up counters. This also powers a new layer in coach suggestions. Thank you. Where concept counters are intelligently surfaced. If flood is killing a defense, look for a call that directly attacks the route combo, not just a generic zone shell. The goal, give players access to the same in-game adjustments a real coordinator would consider. Bars, the next step in strategic football. This is still just year 2 of real-time coaching, but already it's reshaping how CPU opponents think, adapt, and challenge the player. From delayed pre-snap shifts to formation-specific run fits, threat recognition, and targeted countermeasures, real-time coaching is evolving into the foundation of authentic, adaptive, and superior college football gameplay. And we get it. You're talented players. Will you find some way to attack it? No doubt. But this is a major step forward. Year 2 marks a significant investment not only in AI sophistication, but in delivering a CPU experience that pushes back and holds up to the depth and skill of today's user. This is about making every snap matter, whether you're playing against a rival, grinding through Dynasty, or just testing out any game. It's only going to keep growing. It's the little things. Switch stick visual change. The pre-play movement from Madden 25 comes to college football along with new enhancements. Pursuit angles have been tuned. You will still see players with low pursuit ratings unable to properly judge speed and take. CPU quarterbacks getting out of fakes earlier in play action. That is now in the game. In the passing game, we will have extended our bullseye accuracy system from last year. In college football 26, you will see a wider range of slightly inaccurate passes. You get both ranges of the spectrum. Expect to see a lot more bat down attempts from pass rushers this year. Linemen who gain leverage but can't reach the quarterback will actively try to knock the ball down, enhancing realism in defensive gameplay. Double moves got improved too. Just as savvy offenses use double moves to exploit aggressive, all-out blitz schemes and critical game moments, college football 26 now enables quarterbacks to execute these routes more effectively. This improvement mirrors real-world scenarios where offensive coordinators strategically capitalize overly aggressive or inexperienced defenders that start to get all out of place for real. They start to exploit them. And that's what happens. Wow. I think we get to the end, baby. Scott, I told you, bro, we're going to make it to the end. Home field advantage. Louder, tougher, and more personal. We saw the viral clips. We heard the screams, and we felt the energy right along beside you. Last year's launch of Home Field Advantage made an instant impact on gameplay and all over social media. We heard your feedback loud and clear, and we loved how many of you embraced the challenge of playing on the road, feeling the nerves when stepping into the toughest stadiums in the country. But this year, we're turning that pressure up a notch, because when you walk into hostile environments like Death Valley at night or step into a rivalry game with your season hanging into the balance, it's not just about volume anymore. It's about survival. Same name, new energy for the home field advantage effects. Whether we kept the name, brought up the intensity of the stadium post meteor, but everything about home field advantage in college football 26 has evolved. It hits harder, it stretches deeper, pause. It feels more alive, and you're walking into the wrong stadium at the wrong time. Be prepared for an experience that can break your spirit or forge legends. Welcome to college football 26. Night games and rivalries. In college football 26, nighttime and rivalry modifiers add an extra edge to schools ranked among the toughest places to play. Now, when you're on the road under the lights, it's a different kind of chaos. Away quarterbacks will struggle managing the clock, just like we've seen visiting quarterbacks in the swamp lose their composure in crucial moments. Kicking becomes dramatically tougher, especially with the game on the line. And in rivalry matchups, expect more false starts, more broken communication, and more composure breakdowns as the crowd pushes every moment to the breaking point. That means places like LSU at night, the swamp during Florida versus Bama, Roll Tide, or Austin during the Civil War showdown aren't just hard, they're hostile. Where you line up matters. Hot route disruptions now come with added context and depth. They scale based on your receiver's distance from the quarterback, meaning, in layman's terms, wide receivers lined up furthest away are impacted the most by crowd noise. Wow, bruh. The deeper your route concept, the higher the risk of miscommunication and confusion. Pre-snap adjustments feel situational, exactly as they do on Saturdays. You'll think twice before checking at the line, and you'll work harder to maintain composure. It was a bar that what they just said. This means that wide receivers lined up furthest away from the ball are impacted the most by crowd noise. The deeper your route concept, the higher the risk of miscommunication and confusion. Silence in the crowd. We've also added a new mechanic to give the away team a fighting chance. Momentum-based crowd silence. Now, when you're the visiting team and you pull off a big play, specifically of gaining 20 plus yards, resulting in a first down, you'll temporarily quiet the stadium and pause home field advantage effects. It's your chance to silence the chaos, seize momentum, and flip the game if you can execute. They rebooted home field advantage, and now they're telling us that they rebooted the kicking gauntlet. We didn't forget the kickers. This year, we completely overhauled the pressure kicking experience in college football 25 in the hostile environments, especially during night games and intense rivalry battles. When the crowd is at its peak, the accuracy meter becomes completely transparent. The ball fades out as your kicker lines up. Wow. The power meter fills white, reducing your visual feedback, so you can't even see it. The result, kicking becomes a true pressure cooker moment where the difference between hero and villain comes down to your thumbs. Make it and you'll celebrate in stunned silence. Miss it and you'll never hear the end of it. Good luck and you're going to need it. Swag out. Additionally, based on interactions with myself on X, I asked about your favorite celebrations last year, and we've kept most of them. Alongside adding new celebrations and replacing some others, we've also introduced the ability to walk or jog around after an interception or a touchdown. We about to get diabolical, bro. We about to get diabolical. We about to get diabolical. Oh man, we've also introduced the ability to walk or jog around after an interception or touchdown, giving you even more ways to enjoy swag out to your biggest moments. Back to the field you go. And just like that, we reached the end of another deep dive. Come on, Scott. I made it all the way through, bro. We made it as a community. We made it all the way through. The commitment, creativity, and relentless attention to detail our team poured into college football 26 makes me incredibly proud and honored to be a part of this journey. From the very first snap, you feel the passion behind every improvement we've made, each driven by a single goal. So authentically capture the energy, intensity, authenticity, and excitement of college football. Our gameplay model this year was simple and clear. Finish the drive was their gameplay model. Just like executing a perfect 4 minute offense, every decision, every adjustment, and every effort was about closing strong and delivering for you, the football gaming community. Throughout development, we read and absorbed countless tweets, forum posts, and community wish lists. We know we haven't gotten to everything yet, but the proverbial Trojan sword remains firmly planted at midfield, signifying our ongoing dedication and determination to keep pushing forward. It's been another incredible ride, and we can't wait for you to experience it. We'll be back with more on presentation, dynasty, and additional modes later this summer. Until then, winners win, and I'm out. Scott O'Gallagher and the entire development team. EA Sports College Football 26 launches worldwide on July 10th, 2025. Pre-order the deluxe edition or the EA Sports MVP bundle and play 3 days early. Conditions and restrictions apply. See disclaimers for details. Stay in the conversation by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the answers queue. Conditions and restrictions apply. See easports.com, ea.gaming, gaming.ea sports, college football 25, 26. Game disclaimers for details. Conditions and restrictions may apply. We made it to the end, boys. We made it to the end. We made it to the end. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. Sorry. It's a lot. It's a lot to get to, bro. All right, let's just keep it a spade. We went for 2+ hours on this, but it's worth it. They put in that much time. We got put in that much time too to see everything that you got. And I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get even deeper into our bag, not only for them, but for us too, for our deep dive. And I think we get another one on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Monday or Tuesday. So it's going up. But what a time to be alive right now. Special shout out to our fallen soldiers that didn't get a chance to make it to this point. Moment of silence for you. Thank you. Appreciate you. There's a lot of people that didn't make it to this point to see college football 26, and we have not forgotten about you. This one is going to be big, man. Based on everything that we read in the deep dive, special shout out to y'all if you made it all the way up to this point in the episode of World of College Football. All right. Let's just keep it a spade. I'm going to start from top and work my way to the bottom. Rapid fire, what I think. I love the fact that they introduced dynamic subs and sub control. That means no more pausing. You can just play. It's gonna be interesting to see like how it works with the whole dead ball situation and how people utilize it. But it is clutch being able to sub players out. You can see the entire wear and tear system, and you're gonna have to be smarter with your substitutions just overall. Like in order to streamline the substitutions even further, they said, you can reset the starters, you can do offensive substitutions, defensive substitutions, cycle between your line, your skill players, your offensive line, linebackers, whatever you need. And then the real time health insights that they added into the game is actually a win because it helps you with the wear and tear. They clearly said this year that like we introduced wear and tear model last year, and we had a lot of responses to it. But it's always nerve-wracking for us to go through it. I know it was nerve-wracking for me playing with it, like especially early on. Playing with it early on, it was definitely an adjustment, but it's going to bring some real strategy to it, and it's going to be improved. And you can play in different ways now. You can play in a grinded out style where you keep your best players on the field. You can play in a keep fresh style where you sub players out like real world rotations, like UGA's defensive line or Michigan's frequent running back substitutions that they like to do. That was crazy. They added so many tackling impact systems. So everything hits, whether it's cut stick, hit sticks, defender tackling advantage, all of these things are impacted now in the wear and tear system. Whether it's blocking, so your offensive line pulling off an impact block is now on their wear and tear. Like, so linemen are going to be at 8 on the wear and tear meter even more. Then they give you recovery metrics that you can use, whether it's per timeout recovery, per play recovery, between quarter, halftime, in-game healing that we got. You know, quarterbacks weathering a storm is definitely center stage. Now you're gonna be able to see those effects. If he gets sacked by a play, he starts banging up his arm, you're gonna shake out his arm. You're gonna kick a sore leg if he landed wrong. You're gonna be able to see it just like in real college football. And They introduced the Heisman tier, which is what you see on your screen right now. Heisman tier is going to be elite because it's rebalancing the field and allowing that outer body experience to happen. And then, when you boost it with the offensive and defensive abilities that we see that's upgraded now, you start seeing they introduce battering ram as a new ability. They introduce hammer and overhaul the whole thumping linebacker mentality, and said that they looked at iconic hard hitters like Ray Lewis at Miami as their inspiration. Come on, bro. They got the wear and tear integration system that we added in, which also is going to help us be more strategic and add to a more thrilling gameplay experience for us. As far as the plays, we get over 2,800 new plays, variations, and formations that we can bring into the game. But wear and tear is gonna be something that's major. You know, when you talk about the plays, though, over 300 plus real head coaches, it wouldn't make sense to add coaches without being able to add their systems. So they added the system. 136 teams represented in college football, and all of them are now a part of college football 25 and have different variations. You saw them talk about including team specific variations like Penn State's uh Penn State's shotgun gate and their swinging gate variants are now in the game. Ole Miss's deuce wildcat wing, where they use the wildcat. They got Rice's pistol wingback sets and ECU's trips off over weak formation. They all added them into the game. They added 11 new wide formations, 11 new wingback total sets, dual quarterback packages, wildcat looks, offensive line and the slot alignments. Like they took it seriously. They added a gadget depth chart position for you to utilize for a wildcat quarterback or a player that you want to utilize all over the field. He can be a slot, a tailback, a chess piece for you. They expanded the QB run and RPO variety, so you can have sprint out formations, sprint out options, pot passes, double motion plays like Georgia Tech likes to run, motion types. They added new motion types in the game. Reload, bounce, escort, boomerang, all added there for you. The real wrinkles that is now into the game. When we talk about recognizing the heat, they got an enhanced progression system too, where they reward quarterbacks with accuracy. They reward accurate and aware quarterbacks. And if you're not aware, you're going to struggle going through your progressions. You're going to struggle with your decision making, and you're going to struggle, especially like if you're an inexperienced true freshman or a developing quarterback. You're going to struggle. You're not going to be able to recognize the heat. But the quarterbacks that are dogs, the quarterbacks that are like that, they are going to be able to, understand the pressure that's coming and really be able to lean into it like so much more. Like playing introduce new tackling types like the wrap catch tackle for DBs or the in range lunge. So you no longer see linebackers lunge off their feet anymore. It's precise, it's calculated. They got unprepped hit sticks where you can deliver impactful hit sticks that can shift the entire momentum of the game. The skill mechanics enhancements that they added for all games for the AI. They increased the one-on-one tackling system. So when you're one-on-one with the player, like we see on your screen right there, you're really gonna have it's all gonna be your hands taking it right into your hands, and that's gonna determine whether you break the tackle, whether you knock the ball out, strip, get a sack, or a forced fumble. They adapted and enhanced the truck and stiff arm skill mechanics. The core tackling improvements got a boost. Hit stick catch tackles are in the game. You got late hit throws where quarterbacks are just getting nerfed and still completing passes, but they still getting barreled down with pressure in the pocket. That's no longer going to be a worry this year. They got that taken care of. They added new stunts and twists into the game for the defensive linemen. Over 12, what is it? 12 unique stunt types are available, each designed to replicate real life tactics that we see by the top defensive coordinators. And they have many different options, and you can really play chess as a pass rush specialist now in the game. And another tidbit was that each play now has embedded uh stunts and twists that you can have in it. Nasty work. They introduced block steering into the game this year, where whether you're on the defensive line or offensive line, you're still going to stay engaged and you're still going to be able to control where your man goes. And they added 700 new animations to that system by itself. By itself, gap integrity is reborn in the game. You talk about the improved targeted system that's coming back, especially for offensive linemen specifically, because now you can run power, now you can run counter, now you can run trap, now you can run wham, now you can run duo, now you can run all the variants that you want to. And then from there, improvements to pass protection, um, simplified pass protection for those that want to do it. They got playmaker flip for pass protection, where you can shift and flip your entire pass protection pre-snap, post-snap. They got mismatches that matter. So if you have an offensive lineman that's an All-American, you're gonna be able to tell the difference from him blocking the bull rush versus a defensive lineman that is probably undersized, and you're gonna see him being able to get washed down, and you're gonna really be able to feel it. For defense by itself, they added custom zones now in the game. They added clamped up, where you can route commit into the game, and that's huge. They added route commit, pairing that with man on man coverage getting a boost in the game, so you can call man on man coverage and you don't have to worry about, like, you know oh man, I don't know, it feels like I'm trying to pick my fate right now. Nah, like, you can call man coverage in confidence. They improved the leverage games where DBs just gave up unrealistic separation sometimes, and now your positioning matters so much more, and it makes every snap just more tactical, every coverage more intentional. They did that. They added shading purposes, where you can shade over the top, and it means you're shading over the top. Run commit, you pairing all these different things together. Even the batting the ball down and SWAT tactics to picking somebody off and pick tactics too. They did that. No more dropped interceptions. When you get an interception that's clean as money, like, and you drop it, like, there's no more of that. You're gonna be able to take that to the apartments. They added new defensive formations like nickel single mug and nickel 2-4 double mug. They nerfed the double mug series that we did in 2025 and said, you know what, Moon, like, we about to nerf it, so you're not gonna be able to just spam it anymore. Can't do that no more. They added new plays to the defensive line stunts that you can run out of those nickel series that they added. They added run fit logic enhancement, so it's gap integrity matters the most. You can now blitz, and you can now show blitz with your linebackers by themselves. Before, if you show blitz, it affects the entire team. Now you can do it with linebackers. You can do it with safeties. You can bring your safeties up, play them back. You can have sharper run defense. And last but not least, they added the home field advantage effects, real-time coaching, but the home field advantage effects got some new energy, kept the same name, but just revamped it. So when it's going to impact us on night games, it's going to impact us in rivalry matchups. And when your season's hanging in the balance, it's going to really impact it. And now you can do crowd silencers too. Now, if you pick up a gain of 20 plus yards in your offense, it silences the crowd temporarily before they get rocking again. So you'll have advantages to season momentum. And then last but not least, they literally updated the kicking. So, what complaints can I have, bro? I couldn't even complain if I wanted to. This is the entire deep dive. So thank you, Scott, for everything that you did. Appreciate you, bro. Any final comments before I give my final thoughts on this beautiful work of art that we just got? And we're going live for like, what, 2.5, 3 hours. My final thoughts is after reading the deep dive in full totality, I am jumping out of my skin right now, and they can have my money. You want it? Like, you can have my money. Where's my card? You can have my card, bro. $100. I'll pay that. Go ahead. I'll do it. I'm not getting the bundle. I am not getting the MVP bundle. I don't care how much somebody tries to beg or try to pursue me to do so. I'm not getting it. I will be getting EA Sports College Football 25, 26. My apologies. I will be 100%. You have to. This is very impressive, bro. And I know that I think it's probably just because we wanted a longer gameplay trailer. If the gameplay trailer would probably been longer, then okay, cool. They had plenty of ammunition to get into. But I feel like they just wanted to hit on the key things, and then for the sickos like me, we'll be able to like deep dive and go crazier and see like everything that they really put into it. So overall, I give it an A+, and I know that's a high ass grade that I just gave. I know. Based on the changes that they made by itself, bro, for actual gameplay features, these are all things that we asked for and we got. That's like Christmas, and you actually get the toys that you wanted. You said, "Mommy, can I get a bike? Can I get the new Huffy? Can I get that?" And mommy said, "I'm gonna get you a basketball goal." Like, Mom, I'm a baller, shot caller, but I didn't ask for no basketball goal. I asked for a Huffy, a Huff. It's like the parents actually listened to you and said, "You know what? We're gonna get you all that. You wanted a Huffy? I'm gonna get you the Huffy. I'm gonna get you the pads for your elbows. I'm gonna get you the helmet. I'm gonna get you the knee pads too, just in case you fall and butt yourself. I'm gonna make sure you straight. If you get you a seat cushion and one of those little cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching bells so you can ride around and do all the things that you want to. This is what it feels like for me." They said, "Oh, we listen to you, bro. We listen." So EA Sports and the developing team, I thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much, man, for this gameplay deep dive. And I know people. I just hope that people like look at the fine print. Just go look at the fine print, bro. It's not just a trailer. Go look at the actual, read the document that Scott O'Gallagher gave us. And after reading it, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. People want to talk about the drip and the accessories. I get it. I get it. But for the second variation of this game, they are getting in their bag. They are going crazy. And I'm super excited. My guy just in here earlier, man. I was ready to jump out my skin. 100%. I'm stoked. Now the wait begins until on 6/24. On 6/24, June the 24th, we get the next deep dive trailer, and it will be for Dynasty Mode. Dynasty Mode is going to be highly anticipated. I think this deep dive and the content that they gave us was longer than normal, especially since they made us wait. So you made us wait. I'm gonna soak up every single minute of it, right? But let's just call it spade a spade. Like, the Dynasty deep dive trailer is probably gonna be longer than what we got today. The Dynasty deep dive trailer is probably gonna be like what, 20,000 words. I know that they revamped a lot, so I'm excited for it. This next couple of weeks is gonna be amazing, man. Absolutely iconic for EA Sports. Am I mad that they took forever for them to release this? Yeah, but that subsided after I watched the trailer. And if you go back, I like took my time with the trailer. I didn't even overreact. I didn't do nothing. I actually went into it more skeptical than actually being a believer, especially since I had to wait. But like, calling a spade, I can't be upset. I am overjoyed. We're gonna have block steering in the game. I don't have to go down the list, but there's so many things that's gonna be in this game that's gonna make it even better. And the trenches actually matter. Like, quarterbacks going God mode matters now. Home field advantage matters even more. And if they put this type of intentionality into it, then we got to really look at EA Sports differently, at least for their college football 26 development team. Shake my hand, college football 26 development team. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. For the people saying it's copy and paste to 25, how can you say that now? How? That just off of what the first sample size that we got? No, there's no way. There's no way. You didn't read the deep dive. Go back and read the deep dive. For those that saying that, the game is going to be top tier, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. So for me, Moon, host the World of College Football, credential media member. My show is all about covering the entire ecosystem of college football. So if you lace them up, strap them up, we're going to talk about you. Make sure you got a voice. Make sure your story is heard. On the next episode, we're going to get deeper into more breakdowns of college football programs in anticipation of the 2025 season. We'll also be talking to you more about the latest news and breaking headlines that's going on around the country of college football. Elite 11 is wrapping up. Probably going to talk about it. There's a lot of other schools that I want to get to in my Sunbelt series and my breakdown of it. We're going to talk about it. But yeah, and we also got more college football deep dives is apparently dropping next week. So it's going to be a lot to get into in this wonderful world of CFB. But until next time, I want to thank every single person that came in, whether it's for a second, for a minute, for 3 minutes, for the whole stream. Yeah, if we family now. You might as well be family. So shake my hand. Appreciate you greatly. Hope you have an amazing rest of y'all day. Happy Friday. Make it a great one. And if you started your day in the morning with me, hopefully the rest of your day goes great. Until next time, my friend. I'll see you soon. A+ for college football 26. A+. I feel like they knocked it out of the park. And Scott and the team, thank you, bro, because y'all really care and y'all take this seriously and y'all listen to us. And that's the best thing that can have in the world. It's like your parents listen to you for your Christmas list and your wish list. So what you wanted for Christmas, and they gave it to you, and they went over and beyond to do so. That's what I look at it and I say, yo, EA Sports College Football 2016, they care, and they care just like I do. So for me, Moon, I'll see you on the other side, my friend. Stay wavy, stay safe, and I'm probably about to go take a nap because my mind can't handle all the information I just digested. Share it with somebody if you enjoy the content. And until next time, my friend, see you soon.